February is officially over. March has begun. And what a way to tip it off for our New York Knicks hosting, yes, here in New York, in Madison Square Garden, welcoming in the red-hot San Antonio Spurs, coming off an 11-game win streak, trying to make it 12 here today. Hopefully the Knicks are up to the challenge. So let's go ahead, let's break it down, and let's start the show. That's right, welcome back in. We are back once again, back like we never left, to lay witness to our New York Knicks taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Let me tell you something, this will be one of the matchups of the night for obvious reasons. Number one, two very good teams, two teams playing decently well. The Knicks, kind of inconsistent, wavy gravy, up and down. We've documented it pretty well here on the channel, but the San Antonio Spurs coming off an 11-game win streak here, having a very impressive victory over the Detroit Pistons. They're sitting at 43-16, and it's not out of the realm of possibility they could very well end up with not just one of, because they're already there, but the best record in the NBA. Right now, sitting with the third best record in the NBA at 43-16, trailing obviously only the Detroit Pistons and the Oklahoma City Thunder, but they're only a game behind the OKC Thunder, at least a game back in the loss column, and 2 games back in the loss column of Detroit Pistons. So they are not far behind at all. But here today, the Knicks are looking to throw a little bit of ice cold water on them, trying to cool them off a little bit. It's going to have to be led by the guy we saw with forever and always the captain, Jalen Brunson. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Michael Rogers, what's up, Mike? We haven't been playing extremely well. I do hope we play well today. I do hope they play well today. I hope this is a lot more Milwaukee Bucks Knicks showing up, more so than who did we lose to recently? That was a really bad performance. What was that game that the Knicks played? Either way, I hope that they show up. Oh, the Cleveland game. Yeah, the Cleveland game. Yeah, I hope this is more Milwaukee Bucks Knicks than Cleveland Cavaliers Knicks, right? Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Ernest Cash, what's up, Ernest? Hoobie, what's up, Hoopin? Captain Mastiff, what's up, Cap? USA, what's up, USA? J Hammer, what's up, J Hammer? So let's go ahead, let's break it down. Jalen Brunson. We know what he does. We know what he's capable of doing. He showed it in full force the other night against the Milwaukee Bucks. In a 127-98 victory, Jalen Brunson gave us 27 points when started the fourth quarter, 9 for 10 from the field, and said, let me remind y'all, in case y'all forgot, let me remind y'all, I'm still the captain. I'm still Jalen Brunson. I'm still the guy that's led us to this situation all those many times these past 3 seasons. East Bay Verge, what's up, East Bay? Anthony GNT, what's up, Anthony? Jalen Brunson, we don't really have to go over the stats, but we know 27, 3.5, 6, which is where he's been hovering around all season long. 47% from the field, 37% from three-point range. We went over how he's kind of dipped ever so slightly in not just points per game, but also in his effective field goal percentage and his efficiency across the board, kind of dipping down just a little bit, about a percentage point or 2 across the board here going down. I got to tell you, though, Jalen Brunson remind you, if you ever had any doubts, reminded you the other day, he said, let me just remind you real quick, when push comes to shove and it's time to roll the ball out and hoop and may the best players win, Jalen Brunson will be one of the last guys standing because he's that dang good at basketball. Captain said, finishing good in Florida. Oh, fishing good in Florida. Appreciate you, Cap. Appreciate you. Have a nice time down there, man. It's getting warmer here. So I'm not going to be too jealous of you sitting in the nice weather out there. Jose, my man JB, the GOAT of the Knicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The man of the hour, the guy who has been scapegoated a little bit this year, but I think a lot more people are appreciating the way he's been playing as of late, and that is Karl Anthony Towns. My guy, Big Hat. I've never been a very big Karl Anthony Towns fan, but with all the negativity and all of the scapegoating going around Karl Anthony Towns, it's kind of made me a little bit of a Towns defender. 20 points per game, 11.7 rebounds, 3 assists. By the way, this isn't talked about enough. We mentioned how good of a rebounder he is. He's leading the league in rebounding, 11.7. 2.6 turnovers, which is, it feels like he turns it over 5 times a game. It's only 2.6 as an average. Not terrible, not bad at all. It is a little high for a big man, but he is kind of utilized as a hub on the offense, so it makes sense. This is going to be a little bit higher for most than most big men at 2.6 here. Deb Snyder, what's up, Deb? Gonna be a good game, it should be. Sebs, what's up, Sebs? I'm here as promised, appreciate you, Sebs. Oda Austin, what's up, Oda? 40, we can round up, 48% from the field. He's getting there. He should be over 50, especially as a big, but he's getting there, 48% from the field. I don't think he'll get there by the end of the season, considering we only have 20-some-odd games left. But he is slowly but surely improving the efficiency here, up to 37% from 3. He's been shooting it very well as of late. Hopefully that continues today for however many he takes. Steven Barboza, what's up, Steve? Appreciate you, big dog. Braden, Bray, what's up, Bray? When's tip-off? Tip-off is at, technically they say 1 o'clock, but we know that's not necessarily true. It'll be around 1:10 is when the tip-off will start. It is an ABC game. They usually do a pretty good job with these nationally televised games on ABC, not so much on ESPN, but on ABC, of getting it to as close to 1:10 as they can. But we could definitely see a 1:15 tip-off. We've seen it before when ESPN and ABC and Disney are in charge of these tip-offs, but I'm going to go ahead and say 1:10 will be around the time we tip it off. Supreme Vader, what's up, Supreme Vader? Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? Kiana Bryan, appreciate you, Kiana Bryan. Karl Anthony Towns, yes, he has been improving, 37% from 3, great. It's still the lowest of his career, 3-point percentage, but he's getting back there. He's been shooting it very well as of late. He's been playing very well as of late, outside of a couple of games in which they only gave him 5 shots, and whatever reason that happened for in the Cavs game. Either way, Karl Anthony Towns, I'm expecting him to have a nice, very big game here today, taking on Victor Wembanyama, but we'll get to the Spurs and Big Vic. But Karl Anthony Towns is hooping. He's playing well. Yes, he has his flaws. Yes, he will have his moments where we will be able to criticize him properly and not just blame him for everything that's bad about the Knicks. Joe said, usually when JB is having an off time, the Knicks always step up. That's one thing to say about the Knicks. I mean, this is the beauty of having a deep roster. This is why they built the roster that they did, because if Brunson is struggling, you have a guy like Karl Anthony Towns to step up and say, okay, you can run all your offense through me. It's capable of doing it, right? Another guy who's capable of doing it is OG Anunoby, who has been earlier in the year we talked about Karl Anthony Towns being the model of inconsistency. I think OG Anunoby's overtaken him as one of, if not the most inconsistent players on this team. My goodness, I genuinely don't know what version of Karl Anthony Towns, of OG Anunoby we're going to get today. I'm pretty confident JB will be aggressive and play well. I'm pretty confident Karl Anthony Towns will be aggressive and play well. OG Anunoby, I don't know. I don't know what version we get. Hopefully we get a good version, right? We saw in the Milwaukee game, I believe he was 5 for 8 from 3 in that game, 5 for 7, something like that. He hit 5 threes in that game, and he played well. Played extremely well at 24 points. He was great. Both offensively and defensively. He showed up. But I don't know what version of OG we're going to get today. We're going to get the version who shies away from contact and shies away from going to the basket. Are we going to get the version of OG Anunoby who gets 4 or 5 open threes from 3 and misses them all? I don't know. Captain Massive, what's up, Captain? Nice tie again. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. The tie really goes well with the jacket, but we're not going to put the jacket on today because we do have 3 games to get through, so we gotta be a little casual in some areas. I even contemplating going full casual, just so I could put this on right here. But ultimately, I decided against it. Now, if I could just find it. Here we go. Ultimately, I decided against it, but we could pull it out real quick right here, Like, we might just leave it up there for the pregame. Who knows? Just so a reminder to the San Antonio Spurs what happened a couple, just earlier in the season when these two teams matched up. What happened, San Antonio? That's right, the Knicks pulled it off and walked away with the championship trophy. But that's neither here nor there. Spurs got their run back and revenge on New Year's Eve, where they've had their nice big comeback 16 down to pull off the victory against the Knicks. So hopefully we get a nice battle, comes down to the wire here today, and the Knicks will be able to pull it off. At least that is the hope, obviously, right? Now back to OG Anunoby. I wish we knew what version we were getting. Everything is down for OG. He's under 80% from the foul line now, 35% from three, although this has gone up since the past game, since he knocked down 5 threes. 47% from the field, 46.7. I don't even want to round up for my guy OG because he's been so inconsistent. It's been very annoying. He needs to be the third on the team. He's that good. He's that capable, especially considering teams are putting their 2 best defenders on Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, and then Josh Hart is absorbing the center matchup. OG Anunoby should be able to feast in a couple of situations, whether it's out of the mid-post or finding open space from three-point range with a lot of help side coming down. Hopefully that is the case, but it has been very annoying to not know what to get as a baseline for OG Anunoby. Some nights he can give you 5 points, and then some nights, like the other night against the Bucks, he gives you 24. And it's like, where's the baseline? Where the baseline needs to be 15. It can't be 5, right? As much as I love OG, he's too important to the team. He's too important to the team to have nights where he gives you only 5 points. And it's not like, oh yeah, that only happens a couple times a year. No, that happens. That happens every couple of games. He just throws up a stinker and is not effective and not aggressive. So we just need him to be more consistent. The baseline needs to be, 15 points. His average. That needs to, you need to be able to hit your averages as a baseline. You can't have 5 and 25 with an average of 16 and think I'm giving you 16 a night. No, you're not giving us 16 a night. You're not, right? So we just need him to be more aggressive and more consistent. I'm going to take this down now so we can fully go over the everything we need to go over. Let's go over to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges has had the nickname here on the channel for a while as Mr. Invisible. I think for the most part, he's done a pretty good job of being consistent this year, aside from a couple of really frustrating habits he has yet to break in terms of settling for those mid-range fall-away jumpers. He's still giving you 16, 4, and 4, which we have joked about all season long. No need to run the joke into the ground now. 50% from the field is good. 83% from the foul line is good. 38% from three-point range is good, but none of it is great. Right? It's good, but none of it is great, and I think that's kind of been the story of Mikal Bridges. What we thought we were getting was a guy who was going to be good as a baseline, but every now and again have great games. And those come so few and far between, we could probably count the amount of great games Mikal Bridges has had this year, maybe on one hand, maybe two. But over the course of an 82-game regular season, it's like I need a really great game from Mikal Bridges, whether it's getting hot from three or going off for 25-plus points. Like Anunoby just had 24, right? Anunoby has great games every now and again. It happens, right? Some nights he leads us in scoring. Some nights he's defensive player of the game. I think it's great that Mike Brown keeps track of that. Because we could literally go back and be like, okay, 8 times this season, OG Anunoby has been the deciding factor on whether or not we win or lose by being defensive player of the game. Mikal Bridges, I think, has 4 of those. Like I said, we could probably count his great games on one hand. It's just not, it always feels, and whether this is right or not, the feeling around Mikal Bridges is that it's just not enough, right? It's just not enough for Mikal. Trapped in the 90s, what's up, Trapped in the 90s? Lemmy Alexis, what's up, Alexis? New York needs to start making statements from now if they want to be a contender. I mean, they are a contender. Whether or not other teams will take them seriously as a contender is exactly to your point. They got to start winning these games, man. They got to start winning these big games. They got one of them in the championship game that they won, the in-season tournament championship game against these Spurs. So they got one of those. But as we're winding down the season here, absolutely going into the playoffs, you want a couple of these nice victories. And guess what? The Knicks regular season schedule from here to the end of March is rough. It's rough. This is their toughest stretch here, and then after that, they got a pretty easy schedule to round out the rest of the season, so they should go on a nice run playing good basketball going into the playoffs. But this is a tough stretch right here that could kind of make or break their seeding here in the Eastern Conference, so if that's something you're really keeping an eye on, right now, the Knicks need to stack up some really impressive victories. They're here, and then they go on a West Coast road trip, so you're going to have some tough matchups against the Lakers, against the Nuggets. I believe they play the Thunder at some point here. They have 2 games against the Thunder here in March. SGA is back, so it's only going to get even more difficult. Unlike the Pistons, where they are able to play the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, while both teams are, completely destroyed by injuries. The Knicks are going to have to go up against fully healthy versions of those teams, like they already did against the Cavs, and like they will likely have to do against the Thunder when those games come. Mojo, what's up, Mojo? Josh Hart, you guys have heard me give my Josh Hart rant multiple times, multiple games in a row here. They will start the game, and I'm telling you right now, this will happen. East Bay said, what are we wearing today? Back to the 70s, baby? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Josh Hart will be guarded. I can tell you this with almost complete certainty, because the last time, well, let me tell you, Josh Hart's going to be guarded by Victor Wembanyama, and Victor Wembanyama will refuse to guard Josh Hart. The last time the Knicks played the Spurs, I believe either Josh Hart or, I could pull it up, but either Josh Hart or OG Anunoby were out with injury. I think it was Josh Hart. But the last time they played, one of those two guys were out with injury. And in place, let me pull it up right here. In place of those guys, they started Mo Diawara. Skomberg, what's up, Skomberg? So it was Josh Hart out with injury. So the starting lineup was Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Mo Diawara, and Karl Anthony Towns. Mo Diawara, this was the beginning of the weird rotations that Mike Brown started to go to. He played 6 minutes in that game. He knocked down 2 threes to start the game, then he missed 3 in a row. He played the first, I think, 40 seconds of the second half, and then was subbed out the remainder of the game, and we didn't see him the rest of the night, and it was really bad. And then we kind of sporadically saw him as a part of the rotation every now and again, and it got really weird. But now Mo Diawara is back in the rotation. So, but in that game, Victor Wembanyama guarded Mo Diawara. I'm looking at the box score now. He guarded Mo Diawara to start the game, and he just decided, we're playing 5-on-4 basketball. We're not guarding that guy. Mo Diawara is going to end up with wide open looks from 3, and we'll live or die with the results, right? Mo Diawara made his first 2 threes of the game. And you can go back and just watch the beginning of that game and the beginning of the call. I was losing my mind. I was like, I dare you guys to continue to leave this young man open. Well, they continued to leave that young man open. He fired 3 more threes after that. 2 of them wide open. One of them, I believe, was pretty well contested. Mike Brown was like, okay, our entire offense can't boil down to Mo Diawara launching 3, so he subbed him out of the game. Makes sense. Never reinserted him back into the game. In this game, Yabusele played more minutes than him. Huck Porty played more minutes than him. Kevin McCullough Jr. played more minutes than him. Tyler Kolek played more minutes than Mo Diawara. Shout out to all of those players. I don't think either one of those guys, any one of those guys, maybe Tyler Kolek, should have been playing more minutes than Mo Diawara. So, here we are today. It feels like the Knicks have a really solid set of a rotation of guys here now. Mo Diawara being a part of that. We just saw him play extremely well against the Milwaukee Bucks. Hopefully he continues that here today. The Fleas, what's up, Fleas? Is the Cafe of Little Faith open yet? We probably got like 20 more minutes before we fully open it up and the doom and gloomers enter the chat. Seb said, I feel like the Knicks will take the W today. They need to. They need a good W here. The Knicks rotation right now is really nice, really solid, really set. The guys who are part of it, Mo Diawara, who, by the way, played 23 minutes the other day. There was some garbage time, so, no, it is what it is. Mitchell Robinson off the bench. Landry Shamet off the bench with Jose Alvarado. That's a really solid 9-man rotation that they go to now. And, you know, we might see a 10-man rotation when Deuce McBride comes back, but that is a whole entirely different conversation that we don't have to have for a couple of weeks while Deuce McBride is still recovering. But Josh Hart, I all rounded around to bring up the fact that Josh Hart will end up with likely very, very wide open threes here today against the San Antonio Spurs. And if there's anything we have harped on recently, it's the fact that Josh Hart, make or miss, has to shoot those open threes today. I don't care about the percentages. I don't care what the stats are. I don't care, Josh, because you're more than capable, especially when you're confident, of shooting and making threes. Brother, just shoot the open ones today, because I feel very confident with the fact that Victor Wembanyama will be guarding Josh Hart. He will end up with wide open threes. You just got to take them, man. You just got to take them. So hopefully that happens, and we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll come out with a different defensive game plan, but we'll see. Sharon McLean, what's up, Sharon? Kanyon Pepper said, the problem with Mikal trade Knicks fans don't understand was that Mikal was never a 20-point per game scorer. 20-point per game player, that's not why he is here. Yes, but also give us the things as to why you are here more consistently, right? The point of attack defense has been bad, and maybe he was miscast in that role to begin with, because, you know, if we go back throughout the entirety of his career, not the greatest point of attack defender, although I think earlier in his career was good at it, and then as his career has gone on, he's kind of fallen off the cliff in that regard either way. Mikal Bridges, like, I don't know, be a volume knockdown 3-point shooter. He hasn't been that for the Knicks. They're very few and far between. His most recurring shot is a fall away mid-range contested jumper. And it's like, that's not what we traded him for. You know, I'd be perfectly content if he went to the rim and drew a foul every now and again and shot threes. But instead, we get fall away mid-range jumpers way too often. He's been doing a good job these last couple of games of getting away from that. Like, obviously, when that shot is there, still take that shot because he's good at knocking down those shots. But get to the rim, get to the foul line occasionally. Doesn't have to be often. Maybe, 2, 3 free throws a game. Guy averages maybe 1. Maybe 1. It is very rare we see Mikal Bridges draw a foul going towards the basket. Usually, he's getting fouled on a jump shot if he does find himself to the foul line. Kanyon Pepper said agreed. He also never misses a game. That is also something that, like, we just generally underrate because it is easy to pile on a guy who is consistently playing than it is to pile on a guy who is maybe misses 2 or 3 weeks for whatever injury he gets. Kanyon Pepper said the Cup game didn't count. I mean, it counts in my heart. I'll tell you that. So we're 0-1. Yes, technically we are 0-1, but it counts in my heart, Kanyon Pepper. It counts in my heart. Benzino, what's up, Benzino? Anthony G&T, what's up, Anthony? Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Diawara taking the role player Josh Hart spot next year, unless Brunson has other plans. Goes, buddy. I mean, we should be seeing a expanded role from Diawara as his career continues. I think he's got legit starter potential in him, maybe even more than that, but let's take it a step at a time with Big Mo. Let's get him consistent role minutes here off the bench, and then also get him starter minutes and see what that's like on a consistent basis, and then we'll start talking about getting crazy with, like, hey, can he be an all-star? Because I definitely think there's a little sprinkle of potential in there for him to maybe get to all-star level, but that is a far, far development path down the road, so we'll wait on that. Let's go over to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson did not score in the game against Milwaukee. He was fine, but nothing all that dominant. He played really good defense in that game, though. I thought he was really good defensively. Shutting a lot of things off for the Bucks. Also switching out on the perimeter players a couple of times and just kind of sliding his feet and staying in front of guys. He looks good. He looks healthy. He doesn't look like he's going 100% hard all the time. Hopefully, we get that version of Mitchell Robinson here today, knowing, like, oh, this is a big game. This is a big matchup. Let me lock in here today. So hopefully we get a really good Mitchell Robinson game rather than just like, oh yeah, that was a good Mitchell Robinson game. So that's what I'm looking forward to from Big Mitch. We know what he's capable of. We know what he does. We know he dominates the boards. The last time he matched over Victor Wembanyama, he did not play in that New Year's Eve Day game. He didn't play in that one. He did play in the Cup championship game that is not documented. That technically, in the NBA's eyes, does not exist. And considering the Knicks didn't hang the banner, it kind of is going to be forgotten to time. But Mitchell Robinson, we know, dominated that game. It dominated that fourth quarter against Victor Wembanyama, just killed him on the glass all night long, especially in that fourth quarter, leading to the Knicks making a comeback and pulling off that victory. So hopefully we see a repeat performance from Big Mitch here today against Vic and the Spurs, because they're going to need him. Deuce McBride still remains out with the injury. Still no real timetable set for him. There is a little bit of optimism that he could come back for a couple of regular season games at the end of the season here. But I think the more likely thing that will happen is that they will keep him out, and then he should be available for game 1 of the playoffs, but who knows? At least I do believe he'll be available for the second round, but his timetable kind of puts him in that position where maybe he can come back at the end of the regular season, but probably at the start of round 1, but very likely will be back by the time we get to the start of round 2, which the Knicks will definitely be in round 2 for any of the pessimists out there. Chi-Chi, what's up, Chi-Chi? Surprisingly, the Knicks have beaten every team they have played at least twice this year, except Detroit. So why are the Knicks fans panicking? I don't know. I think it is a lot to do with a lot of the inconsistencies. I definitely think some of the panic is warranted. There are definitely things that this team has not done well, has not shown the capability to do well consistently, that makes people nervous for a 2-month playoff run, right? The expectation is that this team will be in the NBA Finals competing for a championship, not necessarily that they'll be competing in the second round to make a conference championship. Like, we are past that point. We are at the point where it's like championship or bust. They don't win a championship this year, it will end in a disappointing season. If they lose in Game 7 of the NBA Finals, we will all be disappointed in the year that they had, because you got to win the championship at this point in your team building, right? In this point of your players' careers and your team building, you got to win the championship. You're going all out. The Knicks are pushing up against that second apron. Go for it. And they're going for it. They're going for it. The Flea said the eye test. Yeah, there are warranted flaws and warts with this team. They're warranted. They're warranted. I don't buy into every single one of them, but I definitely, in covering this team, every single game we've watched this year, have felt like, oh, man, if they don't clean this up, they're not going to make it to an NBA Finals run. So, yeah, there are definitely flaws with this team that make people nervous. Definitely make people nervous. And it's warranted. David Osh Jr., what's up, David? It's Sunday, no trolls allowed. But we got 3 games on the docket here today, so I'm sure we'll have some trolls strolling through the channel here today. But it should be a fun one. Don't let any of the trolls bring your excitement down. You're allowed to be excited about your team, right? You are allowed to be excited about your team. As long as you're excited about your team, right? Frolian Moreno, what's up, Frolian? Missed you guys Tuesday, had to work. Was a great game. Glad the Cavs won. But boy, did we pay a price. Yeah, Harden, Mitchell, Wade, hurt. Good luck this afternoon. Cavs need a W. Yeah, that sucks. The price you guys did pay for that victory. Harden with the broken hand. Although I did see it was questionable for his game today. So that's a good sign that it seems like he'll just play through the broken thumb and just kind of make it work. So, Ahisha, what's up, Ahisha? Larry Adams, what's up, Larry? Benzino said, I hope Sohan gets some playing time. I'm good on Sohan. I hope he gets some playing time in the sense that I hope this is a blowout and he gets in at garbage time. But I'm good. I like our 9-man rotation. Keep it at a 9-man rotation. I think we're too deep into the regular season. We should be prepping for the playoff run to be experimenting with the lineups for a guy who can't dribble, pass, or shoot consistently. Like, it's not like we're trying to incorporate a really high-level player here, right? Like I said, Deuce McBride is out with injury. Landry Shaman is filling in the Deuce McBride role to a pretty good degree. He knocked down a bunch of threes against the Bucks. Hopefully we get that version of Landry Shaman here today because, boy, oh boy, they're going to need the perimeter shooting because they will crash down in the paint to take away those drives to the rim. Landry Shaman needs to be ready and willing to fire here tonight. 42% from 3 so far this year, and he just had a game where he knocked down a bunch of threes. So they're going to need him. Also, his point of attack defense is going to be needed. Speaking of point of attack defense, Jose Alvarado is going to be needed. They did not have Jose Alvarado the last time they played the Spurs. Obviously got him after the trade deadline or during the trade deadline. But they did have Tyler Kolek, who played extremely well. But I will say Jose Alvarado is a better player than Tyler Kolek overall, more consistent player than Tyler Kolek. But Tyler Kolek had excellent games against the Spurs in those matchups, so I need Jose Alvarado to have a very good game here today, right? Jay Hammer said I called it a Shaman game. I hope we get a Shaman game. Twilson, what's up, Twilson? The Flea said facts, but things look more fluid, even in losses. Just my opinion, though, at the end of the day, we just got to wait and see. With the rotation, with Sohan can be glued to the bench. If he wants to make a real run of this rotation, it's going to have to be in the offseason, in the preseason, during training camps next year. We are too late into the season to be experimenting for a guy who's just not that good at basketball right now. Alvarado is really good defensively. He is, and he's going to be very needed here today. And my guy, let's get to it. My guy, Mo Diawara. I don't care about these counting stats. I really don't. Throw all the counting stats out of the picture here, except for this one right here. This is the most important one for Mo Diawara. This is why he has garnered minutes on this team. This is why, like, look at this. 40% from 3 for Mo Diawara in limited minutes versus 25% from 3 for Jeremy Sohan in limited minutes. And it's the reason why Mo Diawara should and will get the available minutes in for Jeremy Sohan. I appreciate his effort to play hard and all of that, but my goodness, brother, you got to improve your game. If you guys have been watching his pre-game workouts in terms of the shots he's been putting up, has not been great, does not look pretty. He can't knock down a 3. You need to be able to knock down a 3 as a perimeter player in the league. If the Knicks want to find an avenue to play Jeremy Sohan, it's going to have to be a small ball 5, but obviously that is matchup dependent. And I don't think tonight is the matchup to do it. Jay Lopez, what's up, Jay Lopez? Knicks win the first half, Spurs win the game? I hope not. As a Knicks fan, as a resident Knicks fan, I hope the Knicks win. Ahisha said, we're matching colors today. I'm in a patriotic vibe. I appreciate you, Ahisha. Appreciate you. Sons Jen said, Wemby does not like smaller guards getting physical with him, so I'm banking on some grand theft. Absolutely. Wemby does have the propensity to turn his back on a play every now and again when catching it in the post and holding it there. Just thinking that his holding the ball up high will keep the ball away from pesky guards like Jose Alvarado coming up from behind him. I've seen him struggle with that this season and throughout his career, so hopefully Jose Alvarado can pick up some steals for sure. Ricardo Broadway with the Ricardo. Hope Mikal brings his A game. He usually plays well against the Spurs. I mean, he has the classic Christmas Day game last year against the Spurs where he went off for 42. So hopefully we get a repeat performance of that. Jay Hammer said, Dink Pate Maravich. I hope Dink Pate remains a part of this Knicks organization going into next year. Definitely hope. Captain Masters said, pass to me. I got the green hair that close so you can see me better. Jordan Clarkson is no longer a part of the rotation for the Knicks on a nightly basis. He is a break glass in case of emergency situation. So appreciate Jordan Clarkson for everything he's done for the Knicks this season, including helping the Knicks win the NBA Cup tournament against the very Spurs here today. So who knows? Maybe we might see a quick appearance from Jordan Clarkson. And Tyler Kolek, shout out Tyler Kolek. Stay ready, brother. But he is not going to be part of the rotation from this point forward, especially when Deuce McBride comes back from an injury. Just too many good guards ahead of him, and he did not show enough. He showed flashes, looked really good, but did not show the consistency and did not show enough when he was actually part of the rotation to stay a part of the rotation. I say this all the time, but if he had played better, the Knicks front office would not have felt the need to go out and get his replacement and a better player, Jose Alvarado. So keep working. But he's not going to be part of the rotation from this point moving forward, most likely, unless, like Jordan Clarkson, he's in a situation where injuries happen and it's a break glass in case of emergency situation. He's got to come out. Gigi said they better not let Julian do him dirty. Yeah, we're going to have to watch out for Julian Champagnie, who knocked down, 11 threes last time we matched up? So there's that. Duda Daily, what's up, Duda Daily? Jalen under 29.5, not a bad bet. It's going to be all hands on deck type of victory here today if they're going to be able to pull this one off. George Jones, what's up, George Jones? We get over to the Spurs. We only have a couple of minutes left here before we get the tip off. But we know Vic. What is the context about Vic? What's the context in the season? How do you guard Vic? It's Wemby. You just pray. You pray he settles for mid-range shots. You belly up with him. You get physical. You push him off his spot. Catches it in the mid-range. Don't allow him to rip through on you and drive it to the basket. Stay solid. Stay straight. Force him to shoot jump shots. And hope he misses. Hope he settles for a bunch of threes tonight, and you hope he misses. How tall is he? I don't know. He's about 10'2". We don't really know how tall Victor Wembanyama is because we don't have measuring instruments that go that high. This man is all the way up there. All we got to know, how tall is he? He's all the way up there. That's how tall he is. So, good luck. Again, he's got a slight frame. He's got a high center of gravity. He's got high hips, long legs. So, you want to get low. You want to push him out of the paint. You want to dominate him on the glass, muscle up with him, push him around a little bit. The Pistons did it the other day and really got to him a little bit, but overall the Spurs are a better team, so they ended up being the Pistons. But that is how you go against Victor Wembanyama today. And best believe after the Knicks had done that to him in that NBA Cup championship game, that best believe Victor Wembanyama will adjust and look for some level of revenge here today. De'Aaron Fox is their second best player on the team. 19, 3.8, 6.2, 2.4 turnovers. He's kind of been middling these last couple of weeks, especially after the All-Star break. He has nice games every now and again, but I think he's trying to fit in and really we know what he's capable of, but really trying to push Steph Castle to really be the second best player on this team, because Steph Castle, oh boy, he's having a special sophomore season. 16.6 points, 5 rebounds, almost 7 assists. And get this, he was well over 4 turnovers this season. As a matter of fact, to start the year, first couple of weeks, he was averaging close to 5 turnovers. And look how much he's worked to break down those turnovers. 3.3 now as the season's gone on. He's gone much better with his decision-making and his ball handling. And also, I wrote down here, the return of Fox has also helped lower the turnovers numbers. He was really the only true blue ball handler they had out there outside of rookie Dylan Harper. So having Steph Castle, another guy who could help bring the ball down the court and actually play the point guard position while he can kind of fill in those gaps as the point guard or off guard for Steph Castle, has really made the world of difference with his decision-making and whatnot. 3-point percentage slightly on the rise, closing in on 30%, which is okay. Obviously, respectability is 35. But teams will continue to dare Steph Castle shoot threes, but his athleticism is overwhelming, and if you give him space, he'll eat up that space, get to the rim, and knock down shots on you. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? We are not playing all hands on deck. We won't see Kolek or Clarkson. Well, they are not part of the all hands on deck. By all hands on deck, we need a good 9-man rotation. I think the Knicks have that right now. So all 9 people playing today will be all hands on deck, and they're going to need to play well. Eric C, what's up, Eric? Hoping for the Knicks win. Love your input. I'm about it. Appreciate you, Eric. Appreciate you. Devin Vassell's a knockdown three-point shooter. He is in the starting lineup today. Same as Julian Champagnie, so it's going to be tough. He's very good. He's a knockdown three-point shooter, 38%, but this is on high volume. His three-point shooting was really the big skill that ultimately helped give the Spurs the edge against the Pistons the other day. So the Knicks are going to have to lock down on the three-point shooters here today. Vassell and Champagnie. Vassell did not play the last time they matched up on New Year's Eve. Minty PP, what's up, Minty? When is tip-off time? Literally seconds from now. I'm rushing through the couple of graphics we have left because we want to get to the tip-off. The players are coming out to line up right now. Dylan Harper is a special rookie coming off the bench for them. He's good. He's solid. You never know what you're gonna get from him on a night-to-night basis because he's a 19-year-old rookie, but he's really good. Really good. Hopefully he has not a great game here today. Boz, what's up, Boz? Harrison Barnes is coming off the bench now for them. His three-point shooting has really dipped down to 37%, which is a lot closer and reminiscent of where he's been his entire career. Keldon Johnson's a bowling ball going to the basket. He's really good at that. Knicks are going to have to, he's kind of their version of Josh Hart, except he's bigger, stronger, and shoots it better from three with more confidence. So there's that. And then Luke Cornett's a really good, solid bench, big off the bench, and Carter Bryant gets spot minutes here and there. We'll see if he even plays today. But here we go. We're getting ready for the tip-off. The Spurs win it, and they're bringing it down. Here we go. Here we go. Also, let's bring up our Gamecast so you guys can see who's on the court right now. And that is indeed the starting lineups. We know who's starting for both teams. Castle has it up top, gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Josh Hart. He dives on it, saves it over to Fox. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. He's got some space, but he's going to fire up the three over OG. He's going to miss it very badly. Maybe it grazed the rim. Either way, it goes out of bounds under the basket, and the ball's going to go back to the Knicks. Nice start defensively for the Knicks as Jalen Brunson will now bring it down for the first offensive possession for the Knicks. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Knicks have their City Edition jerseys and the City Edition court out right now. Brunson on the left wing, gets it over to Towns in the post. Inside pass to Josh Hart, gets fouled by Julian Champagnie. Excellent pass from Karl-Anthony Towns. So what happened is De'Aaron Fox gets switched onto Karl-Anthony Towns off the pick from, he comes up to set the pick for Jalen Brunson. The Spurs just willy-nilly switch it. And so they try to switch away from it. Wemby comes up. Josh Hart recognizes it. He immediately cuts to the basket. Towns hit the pump fake from the mid-range. Threw a bullet pass down low to Josh Hart, who then gets fouled by Champagnie, who's too late to recover. So he just sends to the foul line. And he misses a free throw, so it ends up being a good foul for the Spurs. Albert, what's up, Albert? Darnell Jones. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Basketball Jones, what's up, Basketball Jones? Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? Jeff Brown, what's up, Jeff? Josh Hart misses the first free throw. He's got one more coming. Big Josh. Come on, Big Josh. He does knock down the second free throw at least. All right. Not what you want, but we'll take it. Better be your only missed free throw tonight, Josh. Everybody's allowed one missed free throw. Wemby fires a straightaway three. He can't get it to go. I like seeing Wemby settle for threes to start. Josh Hart gets it over to Brunson. Brunson up top being guarded by Champagnie. Brunson crosses over, down the lane. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Comes up well short on the JB shot. Gotta knock those down. Here comes Wembanyama bringing it down off the rebound, putting his head down, attacking to his left, trying to bully his way into the basket. Ball gets knocked out of his hands. Bridges dives for it, knocks it over to Brunson. Great defense from Towns, and Bridges able to recover it. They get over to Bridges. Right wing three. Line me up, McHale. Comes up short, battle on the glass. Towns knocks into the air. Anunoby with the two-handed slam. Karl-Anthony Towns battling on the boards, saves it at OG, and he knocks it down with a two-handed slam. Steph Castle on the left wing. Now he has it up top. Lobs it down low to Wemby, who just easily guides it into the basket. That is the beauty of having a 10'2" monster down low. You can just throw it up there. He'll guide it in there. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. Has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Brunson coming to his left. Steph Castle switches onto him. Get it to Cat again. Get it to Cat. They get over to Anunoby. Anunoby looking for Cat. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges looking for Cat. Cross-court pass. Josh Hart, wide open right corner three. They're going to leave him open. He's going to fire it up, and he's going to miss it. But I like it. I like it. Keep shooting the open ones, Josh. They're going to leave you open like we said. They do have Victor Wembanyama guarding Josh Hart, and he's just leaving him open. They get it over to Wemby, cutting to the rim, draws the foul, going to the foul line for two. Who is that foul on? That is on Karl-Anthony Towns. Not great. Not great. Mark, what's up, Mark? Amy Machua, what's up, Amy? So Victor Wembanyama already with 2 points on a lob from Castle. We'll go to the foul line for 2 free throws here. John Mosgrove. What's up, John? We saw Wemby settle for a 3 early, missed it, and since that point, he decided, let me just get to the rim. Let me just get to the rim. They can't guard me going to the rim. Nobody can guard me going to the rim. So now he's going to the rim. So Wemby knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Young on. What's up, Young? Wemby knocks down the first free throw. And he knocks down the second free throw. Now here comes Jalen Brunson. Brunson coming to his left. He has it up top, being guarded by Fox. A lot of palms up. We don't know what play we want to run here. Brunson coming to his right off a Josh Hart screen. Brunson driving it down in the lane, spin, fall-away jumper over Fox. Comes up short again. 2 short jumpers from Jalen Brunson. 2 jumpers he normally knocks down with consistency. They go over to Wemby up top, being guarded by Josh Hart now. Wemby coming to his left. Bridges switches onto him. They lob it down low to Champagnie, who can't hold on to the ball. It's out of bounds. It's going back to the Knicks. Good extra rotation from the Knicks. A little sloppy play from the Spurs here. Throwing the ball around. Brunson bringing it down the other way. It's being guarded by Fox. Brunson has it up top. Being guarded by Fox. Coming off a Josh Hart screen again. He's got Wemby guarding him. Brunson crossing over to his right. In the lane. Stop. Step back. Step through. Cross-court pass. Josh Hart is going to attack the lane. Mid-range floater comes up short. Towns had the rebound. Lost it. Knocked out of bounds by Towns. And Josh Hart, you just got to shoot the open threes, man. You just got to shoot the open threes. You're giving the Spurs exactly what they want. Mid-range jumpers from Josh Hart. Steph Castle blows past the defense, gets to the rim, gets blocked at the rim by OG Anunoby. Here comes Bridges pushing the other way. Foul line pull-up jumper. Can't get it to go. I don't know what that was from Mikal. Legs were flailing everywhere. I don't know what happened there. They get it out to Vassell. Vassell steps behind the three-point line over Towns in transition, and he splashes it, and it's a 7-3 start for the Spurs and a timeout from the New York Knicks. I don't love the shots that they're getting right now. I don't love it. Get Josh Hart out of the game. Get Landry Shamet in there. It's going to have to fundamentally change the way the Spurs play defense. My goodness. Basketball Jones said, Mikal, I don't know what's going on with Mikal. I don't know what that shot was. He jumped in the air for a mid-range pull-up jumper. Now, Wemby, he's pushing in transition, so normally in transition, it's like, hey, go to the basket. You got Wemby down there who's backpedaling. He's in position to challenge anybody coming to the rim. So smart pull-up jumper by Mikal, but maybe find your bounce. Went a little too quick there. Legs were flailing all over the place. Clearly was not on balance. As a matter of fact, I thought maybe he got hurt on the hop step jump shot. But thankfully, I don't think he did. But he did knock down the shot. So. Jay Hammer said mid-range Bridges where he at? I don't know. That's supposed to be the consistent part of his game. On the wide-open mid-range shots, you're supposed to be able to knock him down, and he is not knocked him down with consistency. Mark said, you got the Nuggets in the slideshow? Yes, I do, Mark, because we will stay live after this game and immediately go into the next game. We got the Nuggets and the Timberwolves in the slideshow, because we will stay live for the Timberwolves taking on the Nuggets right after this. Simon Josh said, looks like he wanted to shoot it. Bridges? He did shoot it. He did shoot it. He missed it. James Cookfair, what's up, James? 1 p.m. game, everyone short? Sure. But I don't know. Overcome it. Professional basketball player. You've had all day to prepare. Hopefully you got to the gym early and you're ready to go. Got to get that out of your system. Early start here. Josh Hart got to shoot the open threes instead of driving it into the lane and shoot contested floaters. Knock down the open ones. Knock down the open ones. That's all I say. Albert said, sit Brunson? That's not the guy to sit, brother. That is a wild statement. The guy to sit is Josh Hart, who I continue to maintain would be better served coming off the bench. He could still play with the starters, just maybe not to start the game. S2 with the best Tumar. Isaiah Garnett said Knicks defense looks good. Their offense looking so bad so far, or looking bad so far. They got open looks. Just got to knock them down, right? Just got to knock them down. Josh Hart 0 for 2 from the field. He did draw a foul, but he missed a free throw, so don't love that. Bridges missed an open 3, missed a mid-range jumper. Brunson missed 2 knockdown mid-range jumpers that he usually converts with. So Knicks just got to knock down some shots here to start. Just got to knock down the shots, Knicks. Got to knock down the shots. The Spurs, Vassell had an open three in transition. Semi-contested. Towns was late to get out there, but it was in transition. He stepped behind the three-point line to shoot it. And that's your center trying to get out there to a wing. He knocked down his open three. Wemby missed his first three and was like, screw it, I'm going to the rim. Fox came up well short on a three. Castle got blocked at the rim. So, keep crying. Houston said put Sohan in. Sohan, I think, will be very unlikely to see the court today, unless it's a blowout. David Osh Jr. said, I'd start Landry and bring McHale off the bench. It doesn't solve any of the issues you already have. I don't think Landry is a better player than Bridges. I know there's a little bit of that sentiment going around right now. I don't think Landry's a better player than Bridges. I think Bridges is a much better defender than him all around. Landry is the better shooter and the better mover, but Bridges is a better ball handler and can generate open looks for you. Bridges, speaking of, Bridges has it up top, over to Hart, over to Towns, two-handed slam coming down the middle of the lane. Yes, sir. What a play from the Knicks. My goodness, beautiful set. They get Karl-Anthony Towns wide open, rolling to the basket. It worked to perfection. So now Fox has it up top. Coming to his left off a screen, down the lane, loses the handle, picks it up, pump fake, steps through, layup with the left hand. Got it to go for De'Aaron Fox. Beautiful, tricky move from Fox. Here comes Brunson quickly pushing the other way. Brunson shoves it out to Josh Hart, shoves it out to Towns. Towns pump fakes, driving to his right. Trying to blow past two defenders in the lane, misses the wide open layup. Come on, big cat. You got all the way to the rim. You got to knock that layup down. They swing it out to Champagnie in transition for a wide open three as they were playing 5-on-4, and he knocks it down. And now it's 12-5, just like that. Just like that. And we got under 8 to go. They get over to Towns. He's going to drive it down, leaves it off for Josh Hart. Josh Hart with the reverse layup gets easily blocked by Wembanyama. Please get Josh Hart out of the game. I love Josh Hart, but he should not be in the game right now with Wemby in there. They swing it over to Champagnie, another open three. He can't get it to go, thank goodness. And Towns with the rebound. Here comes Brunson. It is 12-5, a 7-point lead for the Spurs. Brunson on the right wing, pump fake, swings it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top, directing traffic. Gets it over to Bridges, cutting to the rim, leans in, pump fake, leans in, pump fake, kicks it out. Josh Hart walks into a wide open straightaway three, knock me down. Can't get it to go. Can't get it to go. Can't get it. He's taken 4 of our shots so far, guys. I love Josh, but he's 0 for 4. He's taken 4 of them. Vassell right corner three, can't get it to go. Well contested from Anunoby. Here comes Jalen Brunson. Bringing it down. JB up top, quickly attacking to his right, down the lane, gets into the paint, kicks it out to Josh Hart. He doesn't want to shoot another three, loses his handle on the ball, goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Knicks. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Offense is too hard against the Spurs right now with Josh Hart in because Victor Wembanyama doesn't have to guard anybody. All he can do is stand in the paint and force guys to shoot mid-range shots or jumpers all night long or get blocks like he did on Josh Hart previously when he tried to attack the rim. Lionel Monas with double Lionel. Bridges gets it into Brunson. Brunson on the right wing being guarded by Castle. Brunson pulls it out against Castle. Gets it over to Josh Hart. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Settles for another pull-up three. Throws up an air ball. But hey, guys, he plays hard. Josh, he plays so hard, guys. His playing hard is going to round out the fact that he can't shoot from the outside right now and is quickly losing confidence. Wemby at the foul line, pump fakes, one dribble, throws down a two-handed slam. And it's a 9-point deficit for the Knicks with 6:30 to go. Bridges bringing it down, has it up top. Castle tries to jump the screen, hedging out hard. Bridges picks up his handle, gets it over to Anunoby, gets it over to Josh Hart, hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby snaking it back to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper for OG. He can't get it to go. Wembanyama battling for the rebound, knocks into the back to Vassell. Vassell saves it over to Wemby. Wemby bringing it down. And Josh Hart comes from behind, knocks the ball loose. It's out of bounds. Should go back to the Knicks. It's good hustle from Big Josh. Joe said 27-point game incoming. If only we could get Josh Hart out of the game right now. Joe said get Hart out of the game. Chi-Chi, so Hart is the number one option today, I guess. That has been the case for a while. That is the case whenever the Knicks play a good team because, like I tell you guys, teams do not guard Josh Hart. And the Spurs are just not guarding him. Josh Hart has to be a willing shooter from three, a confident shooter from three, and he's got to be able to knock him down. He is 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from three-point range. For 1 point in 6 minutes. And guess what? Landry Shamet comes in, but Josh Hart remains on the court, and it's not going to solve any of the issues. No matter who else you bring in right now, you got to get Josh Hart out in an off-ball foul and Steph Castle trying to guard Jalen Brunson. And we are 6 minutes to go. We are halfway through this first quarter, and the Knicks have 5 points. Brian Jacobs is up, Brian. He said, I figured this was your day off. Why would you figure that, brother? The Knicks are in action. Yesterday was the day off. Spaced Out, what's up, Spaced Out? I said, yikes. The Flea said, ever since the thumb scandal, he's been inconsistent. I mean, before that, he was inconsistent. He's an inconsistent player because he has no confidence in that jump shot right now. Brunson driving to his right off the Robinson handoff, who's in the game. They kick it out to a wide open Josh Hart. He does not want to shoot the three. Kicks it out to Mo Diawara, who hesitates because the ball knocked out of his hands by Vassell. And now off the turnover, here come the Spurs pushing the other way. Vassell down the lane, kicks it out to Harper. Harper being guarded by Shamet. They get it over to Keldon Johnson, over to Steph Castle. Brunson switches onto him. They get it up top to Harper. Harper coming to his left. Back up top to Castle. Castle dancing with it against Brunson. Coming to his left, down the lane. Fall away mid-range jumper over Brunson. Can't get it to go. Battle on the glass for the rebound. Robinson rips it away from Cornette. Tries to get it out to Josh Hart. Wild play, but Josh Hart able to save it. Josh Hart bringing it down. Has it up top. Hands it off to Brunson. Coming to his right. They hedge out hard to get it over to Josh Hart. Rolling to the rim. Throws a lob up top to Robinson. There you go. There you go. That's a nice, pretty play right there. Finally, Knicks back up on the board with 5 minutes to go. Harper has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. They get over to Cornette. Cornette being guarded by Robinson. Hands it off to Vassell. Vassell in the lane. Mid-range follow-away jumper over Hart. Got it to go for Vassell. I just don't understand what Josh Hart is providing to the team right now. I love Josh, but this is not the team or the rotation to play him against right now. Josh Hart gets it over to Brunson. Brunson fall away, contested mid-range shot, can't get it to go. Robinson, the offensive rebound, has it in the paint. Pass fake, kicks it up top to Josh Hart. Josh Hart gets it over to Brunson. Brunson on the left wing being guarded by Castle. Brunson coming to his right. They show two. Hits Josh Hart rolling to the rim. They kick it out. Mo Diawara, a deep three. Can't get it to go. Shamet comes flying in for the offensive rebound. They were too preoccupied trying to box out Robinson. Shamet able to sneak in for the rebound. Shamet dribbling behind a Brunson screen. Over to Shamet. Over to Brunson being guarded by Cornette. They show two. Over to Shamet. He walks into a wide open straightaway three. It's the deep one. He can't get it to go. Vassell with the long rebound. Quick hit ahead to Johnson. He's got Shamet guarding him. Kicks it back over to Vassell. Brunson runs him off the line. Over to Castle. A deep three over Mo Diawara off a screen. And Castle knocks it down. And it is 19-7. A 12-point lead early for the Spurs. And Josh Hart remains in the game. Brunson bringing it down against Castle. Brunson, pass fake, gets it over to Shamet. Shamet steps behind the three-point line on the left wing, and Shamet knocks me down. Thank you, Landry Shamet, on the board. Or they call it a long two. All right, we can't even get our feet behind the line now. 19-9. Castle has it up top, attacking to his left. Cross-court pass. Ran off the line of Vassell, but he's going to attack the rim. They kick it up top. Keldon Johnson, a wide open straightaway three. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Battle on the glass for the rebound. Robinson keeping it away from Cornette, and then he snags it. Here comes Jalen Brunson. Brunson hit ahead to Diawara. Diawara hands it off to Hart. Hart has it on the right wing, directing traffic. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson hands it off to Hart. Hart coming to his left. And an offensive foul, Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart shot up another three. He didn't get it to go anyway. It didn't matter because it's an offensive foul. And we're going to get a timeout from our New York Knicks with 3 minutes to go. Are we going to get a timeout? Never mind. We're going to get substitutions. That's what it was. I thought players were walking to their bench. They're not. Players were subbing out. Rose Bresky. What's up, Rose? Appreciate you, Rose. Appreciate you. Amy Machu said, calling Mike Brown, make a substitution. I mean, he has made a bunch of substitutions. None of them were for Josh Hart. Get Josh Hart out of the game. Now he's finally out. Mikal Bridges is in for him. Fox down the lane, stops, turns, spins, kicks it up top to Cornette. Cornette hands it off to Johnson, coming to his right up the handoff. Down the lane against Robinson, goes up off glass. Robinson comes up with a block. Mo Diawara snags the rebound. There you go, Mo. Now he's out and pushing, gets it over to Bridges. Bridges attacking, down the lane. Fall away jumper over Cornette. Don't like it, but he got it to go. There you go, Mikal. Way to knock down the mid-range shot that we have been asking you to knock down consistently. Knock that one down. 19-11, it's an 8-point game. All right, I just need the Knicks to find some level of consistency here. It's only an 8-point game. It feels like it's a 20-point game, but it's only an 8-point game. I just need Josh Hart's minutes to be limited today. I don't need extended Josh Hart minutes. It is not a complicated thing to do. I love Josh Hart as much as the next guy. My goodness, is he so valuable to this team. He does not need to play the first 8 minutes of the basketball game. Does not need to do that. Especially when it's painfully obvious that the Spurs are refusing to guard him, 1, and 2, he is not confidently shooting the ball, and 3, When he does shoot it, because of his lack of confidence, he can't make anything. He's 0 for 5. It's bad. It's bad. Get him out. Put him back in a different rotation, in a different role, with Victor Wembanyama on the bench. It is not that complicated. Albert said, bringing a point guard, lead Brunson play the 2? No, brother. Even when Brunson's out there with another point guard, Brunson is still the point guard, brother. We are talking about things that don't even matter. Suns Gen said Brunson and Hart will start hitting shots. It can't go forever. Oh, Suns Gen, I can tell you Josh Hart's not making shots can go for a very long time. That confidence plummets so quickly. You're already seeing it tonight, Suns Gen. He is getting wide open looks from 3 and is turning them down. And instead is driving into the paint, driving into the defender, and shooting a contested floater instead. Once that confidence in the shot goes, it is gone. There is no recovering back for weeks with Josh Hart. He said, okay, JB then, which is great, but then get the guy who's quickly losing confidence in the shot. Get him out of the game, right? Let him sit on the bench, take it in, breathe a little bit, come back in a different context. We didn't need to play Josh Hart the first 8 minutes of the game. We didn't need to do that. We didn't need to do that. Now when you have Anunoby, Diawara, Bridges, Shamit, Alvarado, all available, all of which can knock down a 3. We don't need to do that. We didn't need to do that. Right? 4 minutes into the game, I would have subbed Josh Hart out. And I would have said, all right, take a breather. We'll get you back in a couple minutes. I'm not saying bench Josh Hart forever. I'm just saying, give him a breather. It's clearly not a matchup for him. Miles Shore with the Miles. You are correct, my man. I like the Knicks, but you're absolutely correct. I like the Knicks, but you're absolutely correct. Yeah. I mean, I love the Knicks, which is, why we could sit here and criticize them as much as we do, because we sit here and we watch every game. You pull them out of the game early, you change the way the Spurs game plan has to operate, and then you bring them back in later. I'm not saying bench them for the whole game. I'm just saying you got to pull them out of the game right now, because it's not helping your team. KJ Frederick, what's up, Frederick? Or KJ, what's up, KJ? We grab and greet this summer. Too many holes on this team in Mike Brown's scheme. I think there's one giant hole in the scheme, and that's Josh Hart, especially when you play good teams and smart defensive teams who are well coached, like the Spurs are. There's a giant inconsistency on the team, and that is Josh Hart. And I love Josh, but again, you can't have a team just decide to not guard one of your players and then ask your other 4 guys on the court to go 5-on-4 against them. It's almost impossible to score at the NBA level consistently. And the Knicks are showing it right now. Harper gets it over to Cornette. Cornette up top. Hands it off to Harper. Harper, the mid-range pull-up jumper, comes up short, long rebound. Anunoby able to snag it. And they get it over to Brunson. Brunson is out there with Alvarado. Alvarado is coming to the game. Brunson driving it down, stops, turns. He's got Harrison Barnes on him. Pulls it all the way back out, has him on the left wing. Coming to his right at the Shamit screen. Pass fake, good defense from the Spurs. Over to Anunoby. He tried to hit Brunson slipping down low. Brunson was not prepared for that pass from OG Anunoby. Was not a great pass to begin with. And it ends up being a turnover. Barnes has it up top, being guarded by Brunson. Attacking to his left, putting his head down, attacking. Stop, turn. Throws out a wild pass out to Fox. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Alvarado. He's going to dance with it. Deep pull-up 3, 29-footer, way off on that one. Threw up a brick. Had to put it up there with the shot clock winding down. Here comes Brunson bringing it down the other way. 19-11, we're under 2 minutes to go. Brunson comes off a high Mitchell Robinson screen for a pull-up 3, and he got one to go. Thank you, JB. Thank you. 19-14. Here comes Harper bringing it down. Harper has it up top. Harper gets it over to Barnes. Barnes being guarded by Brunson. Shovel it over to Fox. Fox foul line, pull-up jumper off the screen. Got it to go. He's got Jose Alvarado chasing him. Alvarado about, 5 inches shorter than Fox? So it's a tough matchup. I know he's a good point of attack defender. So in response, the Spurs put Fox off ball and started running him off screens, forcing Alvarado to chase him around. Alvarado steps behind the three-point line, gets it over to Anunoby. Anunoby has it up top, being guarded by Barnes. Attacking to his left in the lane. Inside pass to Robinson. Goes up. Gets fouled by Luke Cornette. They're going to send him to the foul line for 2. It's an intentional foul by Luke Cornette, just hacking down on Mitchell Robinson and send him to the foul line for 2. Obviously, with Mitchell's struggle with the foul line, shooting 40% from the foul line this season, you'd rather put him at the foul line to contest a layup from him. Okay, Jay Capel. Lano Monas, what's up? What's up, okay? OKJ, what's up, OKJ? Jonathan Sisavin, what's up, John? Man, they didn't want to sit Brunson to rest for the second? No, he usually plays the entirety of the first and rests the beginning of the second and then comes in around the 6-minute mark in the second quarter. Those are the usual rotations for Jalen Brunson. Even going back to Tom Thibodeau. I think it's kind of his preferred way of play. So that's how they do it. Chi said, why doesn't Brown go to a double big lineup? Because you kind of want spacers out there right now. We'll probably get a double big lineup at some point. Mitchell Robinson misses both. They get over to Brunson for the pull-up three. Can't get it to go, but a foul is called on Dylan Harper, and Brunson will go to the foul line for 3 free throws. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, Jay, again, disrespectful in the chat. Come on, brother. We all here to watch basketball, not be weird. Don't be a weirdo, big dog. Come back in a couple of minutes after you stew off. Come on, big dog. President Goomba, what's up, Goomba? J.K. Roggs, what's up, J.K. Roggs? Small lineup with Brunson and Alvarado. Yeah, that doesn't really matter. Official review to see if this meets the criteria of a flagrant. Captain Mastiff, the Knicks are targeting a win right now. I mean, they should. They should be targeting a win every night. President Goomba, my guy Joey DeLuca. What's up, Joey? He said, it's Joey DeLuca. I know who you are, President Goomba. My guy, President Goomba, a.k.a. Joey DeLuca. Or is it Joey DeLuca, a.k.a. President Goomba? Miles Shore said, I don't mean to bring it up, but your sarcasm is hilarious. I love it, man. If you having me laughing. I mean, I just, we trying to watch basketball and have a good time. We don't need to be mean to each other. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that deep. It's a basketball game. It's a basketball game. Isaiah Gardner said, we just need Hart to play the bench and let Deuce and Shamus start, and our offense will be so much better. Yeah. The bench needs more ball handling anyway. And Josh Hart can provide that. He can get the bench unit out and running and get them easier looks where they don't have to be so reliant in the half court playing alongside or playing through Karl Anthony Towns, right? Playing through Karl Anthony Towns effectively means you have to kind of play in the half court, which is fine because Towns is a very good, capable player. But so it does meet the criteria of a flagrant. 3 shots for Jalen Brunson here at the foul line. Please knock down all your free throws, Jalen Brunson, and the Knicks will get the ball back. Miles Sure said, for really funny, you're in the long line of work. I'm telling you, you got to find your little niche, but there's something about you. You just ain't found it yet. I'm pretty good with what I'm doing, brother. Mr. Miss Smooth, what's up, Mr. Miss Smooth? What's up, Smooth? Why are we not using Jordan Clarkson? Because he can't guard a traffic cone, brother. I said, now you're a great sportscaster, but the play-by-play, you're great, man. I couldn't find it. It's very difficult, and I really appreciate what you do. Appreciate you, Miles. Appreciate you, man. Like I said, we just out here watching sports together. I'm not doing anything special. James Brown, what's up, James? Wemby, please 3 assists. We will see. He's got 6 and 5. It's not looking too much to pass right now. Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? Steven Verdejo, what's up, Steve? Brunson and Cat and Hart for Wemby and Castle trade next summer. Yeah, sure. Would love that. Yeah, I would also love the Knicks to trade Deuce McBride for Jokic. I'd appreciate that one, too. DCL Love, what's up, DCL Love? Dog Catcher, what's up, Dog Catcher? Zenitube, what's up, Zenitube? AKJ, appreciate you, brother. Said, okay, I won't be weird. No repeat of the game the other day with the weird fan base. Appreciate you. Love you. Keep up the good work. Well, appreciate you, OKJ. You're just trying to have a good time watching basketball. Like, you could disagree with somebody, but, like, don't, you know what I mean? Let's keep it civil. Let's keep it civil. Brunson draws another foul and gets the layup. Oh, my goodness, I was too busy. By the way, he only hit 1 free throw. Come on, JB. Went 1 for 3 from the foul line. We were too busy talking to the chat. But then he made up for it by knocking down the floater, and he's going to get to the foul line for 1 more. There you go, JB. He's getting cooking. He's getting cooking. Steven collects cards. What's up, Steve? Rafael Torres, what's up, Raf? MBM, what's up, MBM? JB's getting cooking now. He's picked up 2 fouls on Harper. He's going to the foul line for Juan Moore. I love to see it. I love to see it. Brunson knocks down the N1 free throw. All right. I hope he got all his missed free throws out of the way early. It's exactly what we need to see. It is 21-19 now. The Knicks pulled it back to within 2 after a really slow start. It's not, it's not crazy that Wemby pops for a straightaway 3. Can't get that one to go. Good box out and rebound from OG Anunoby. I love that. I'm just saying, it's not crazy. It's not a coincidence that the Knicks offense starts to look better as Brunson pull up 3. Got me to go. Jalen Brunson's heating up. Line me up, Jalen Brunson. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. 15-2 run for the Knicks to take the 1-point lead with 30 seconds to go here. They get it in the Barnes up top. I'm just saying it's not a coincidence the Knicks offense looks significantly better with Josh Hart on the bench right now. I'm just saying. I love Josh, but we should have pulled him out of the game earlier. Barnes down the lane, pump fake, kicks it out. Shaman with the steal. Look at the defense. Robinson and Shaman playing the passing lane. Now Shaman driving it down. Stops, pulls it back out. Trying to get it to Brunson for the final shot here. They do. 5 seconds to go. We got to go quickly. Brunson stops, dancing with it, coming to his right. Step back, pull up 3 over 2 defenders, comes up short. And that will be the end of the first half here. 3/4 scored heat from Wemby's not close. And that's going to be the end of the first half here. 22-21. 1-point lead for New York after a slow start here in the first quarter. The defense picked up. By the way, the defense, 21 points for the Spurs in the first half. In the first half. In the first quarter for the Spurs, 21 points in the first quarter. Really good defense from the Spurs. Only 22 first quarter points for a high-powered Knicks offense. Again, we probably could have scored a little bit more if we pulled Josh Hart out of the game a little bit earlier, but I just need Josh Hart to knock down some open looks. I will say that should probably be the worst quarter Josh Hart plays today, right? Should be the worst quarter he plays. So I'm expecting the Knicks offense to really start getting going now. J.K. Rock said terrible coaching. The only thing I have issues with is he left Josh Hart in there a little too long. Not even a little too long. Like 3 minutes too long to start the game. Like, again, he could start the game, but pull him out a little bit earlier, especially when you see that the team's not guarding him and he's not knocking down the open looks, and then he starts turning down the open looks. Like, that is telltale sign. Let me pull him out of the game real quick. He'll take a breather, then we'll get him back in at later. Right? I'm not saying bench Josh Hart forever. I'm just saying if the guy is showing you, I'm losing confidence in my jump shot, he's not shooting the open jump shots anymore, as a coach, you should adjust. Jalen Brunson, let's talk about it. 11 first quarter points, 3% from the field. He started to get it going. I wish he would have knocked down at least one more of those 3 free throws he had. He went 1 for 3 from the foul line on that trip, but it gave the Knicks a 2-point lead here, but not too big of a deal. Again, I hope those are the only 2 free throws Jalen Brunson misses today. Everybody's allowed 1. He got 2. All right, JB, don't miss any more free throws. He ended the first quarter 11-1-1. OG Anunoby with 2 and 4. I love the way OG's been rebounding so far here tonight. Shamit, he knocked down a long 2, should have been a 3. Couldn't get that toe behind the line. Alvarado's yet to really do anything so far. He, played sparingly at the end of the first quarter here. Expecting a big second quarter here for Jose Alvarado and a big second half from Jose. Randy, what's up, Randy? Happy to see you again, Randy. Said, get Cat in the game. Double big, keep Hart on the bench for a while. I would like to see the Knicks go to the double big lineup at some point here today. Maybe he's saving it more so for the second half, but hopefully we see some of it here in the second quarter. Villa con Clasico. What's up, Villa? Let's go, Knicks. Yes, sir. Chiji said, so you take your second best player with 8 minutes to go in the first? Dude really hates Cat? Those are normal rotations. Karl-Anthony Towns going to start the second quarter here and play majority of the minutes. How many fouls does Karl-Anthony Towns have? I know he picked up one early. It's the first game of the night today. First game of the day today. So we will not have any other scores to go around. We could put all our focus into the Spurs-Knicks game here today. Jay Palomino, what's up, Jay? Bridges and Hart been bad for a minute. I think Bridges was fine. I thought the defense was fine. He knocked down at least a mid-range shot, whereas Josh Hart didn't knock anything down. So I'll take the game Bridges has had so far as opposed to the game Josh Hart's had. Josh Hart has been miserable so far tonight. Again, that should be the worst quarter Josh Hart plays today. At least it should be. Josh Hart, no good for open. Yep. Miles said, sometimes the best thing to do is yank a player to keep him, yank a player just to cool him off for a bit and then put him back in a minute. And a lot of times he'll do a lot better. Yeah, just pull him off, talk to him, be like, listen, you can knock down threes. So confidently take that shot. Stop thinking about it, catch it, let it fly. Right? Just sit him down, talk to him, let him see a couple of possessions up and down, see what's going on, and then put him back in there. Leroy Whitted, what's up, Leroy? So Karl-Anthony Towns he only got the 1 foul. Good. Only has the 1 foul. All right, here we go. Start of the second quarter. and the Knicks will bring it down. Alvarado bringing it down. The Knicks are out there with Alvarado, Anunoby, Bridges, Towns, and Mo Diawara. They get over to Bridges on the left wing. They get it to Towns in the paint. Towns being double-teamed. Kicks it up top to Bridges. Ball gets knocked loose. Knicks not doing a good job of making themselves available. Mo Diawara's got to come to the ball more. They swing it out in transition. Fox a pull-up three. Can't get it to go. Towns with the rebound. Hit ahead pass to Alvarado, bringing it down. Alvarado in the left wing. Hands it off to Towns, being guarded by Champagnie. Again, they have nobody guarding Diawara. He gets a wide open three in the right wing. Knock me down, Mo. I dare you to leave Mo Diawara open the way you leave Josh Hart. I dare you, Wemby. I dare you. Here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down. Harper has it up top, being guarded by Bridges. They come into his left off a double screen. Harper down the lane. Cross-court pass to Barnes. Up top to an open Champagnie. Comes up short. Towns with the rebound. Here comes Alvarado pushing the other way. Alvarado on the left wing. They get it to Anunoby in the post. Anunoby driving it down on Champagnie. Backing him down. Bullying his way in the paint. Kicks it out the last second to Mo. They swing it around. Towns being guarded by Barnes. Good rotations from the Spurs. Towns can't get the three off. He swings through to his left, down the lane, blows past the defense. Scoop layup. Got me to go. Big Karl Anthony Towns. I'm loving the offense right now. I'm loving it. Here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down. He's being guarded by Anunoby. They swing it out to Barnes. Barnes ran off the line by Diawara. Has it in the top of the key. Tries to swing it over to Fox. Bridges jumps the lane. He's going to go the other way for the scoop layup with the right hand. Got me to go, Mikal Bridges. And it's an 8-point lead for the Knicks. And a timeout from the Spurs. Led by who? Karl Anthony Towns, Mo Diawara, and Mikal Bridges. Leading the way, baby. Leading the way. I dare you to leave Mo Diawara open from three. I dare you, Wemby. I dare you. I'm loving it. Start of the second quarter is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see. And we're seeing it. Suns Jam, beautiful. It's beautiful basketball, is it not? Is it not beautiful basketball when you got wings on wings on wings? Listen, they're out there with 6'9" Mo Diawara, 6'7" Mikal Bridges. If you got young kids in the background, I just said 6'7" and I apologize. 6'8" OG Anunoby. You got wings out there, all versatile defenders flying around. You got Jose Alvarado, who is 6 feet tall, but he is flying around defensively, poking at the ball here and there, so you don't really want to dribble around him. The defensive rotation is beautiful. Mikal Bridges jumps the passing lane, gets the steal. That's exactly the vision of having these three ginormous human beings on the court. This is exactly what the vision should be. Randy said Mo should get the starting spot from Hart. I think we want to keep Mo off the bench for now, but that does not mean that you can bring Mo in early for Josh Hart, right? You could bring Shamet in early for Josh Hart. But this kid, Mo Diawara, listen, we can look at the counting stats. He's got 3 points and a rebound. He's 1 for 2 from the field. So why am I hyping up Mo Diawara so much? Why am I gassing up Mo so much, right? Why am I doing that? It's the intuitive passing. It's the connective passing. It's the 6'9" wingspan, 6'9" with the long wingspan where he's playing hard defensively. He's flying around. He's just cutting off passing lanes, forcing bad passes that allows a guy like Mikal Bridges, who also has a ridiculous wingspan, to jump the passing lane and get the steal, right? It's a lot of like the unseen minutia of the game where it's not going to show up on the box score. That a guy like Josh Hart just is not, like, he's 6'5". It's just not going to be able to do. And the development that Mo Diawara has done so far this year is incredible. Incredible. Miles Short said, never forget, it's the Mecca, baby. It's the Mecca. Nick Yak said, let's go. Our defense has been great. Defense has been very good to start the game, right, Yak? 21 points in the first quarter. They have yet to score so far here in the second quarter. Knicks' energy and offensive capabilities already forced the Spurs to call a timeout. Karl Anthony Towns up to 4 points, 2 for 3 from the field. I love that drive that he just had. Wemby did not want to come over to contest in the paint because he was guarding the corner. The Knicks have already showed the propensity to whether or not the Knicks are confident that Josh Hart or Mo Diawara or whoever's going to shoot the three. Wembanyama did not want to leave the open shooter in the corner. I forget who he was guarding, whether it was Bridges, Anunoby, Diawara, Alvarado, whoever it was. Wemby did not want to leave that corner because Karl Anthony Towns has done a really good job this season of, when he drives into the paint, if he has multiple defenders on him, actually kicking it out and forcing the Spurs to be in rotation. And just saying, like, well, hopefully he misses the layup. Because he's not been great at finishing layups this season, although he is getting better. He is getting better. Karl Anthony Towns, 2 for 3 from the floor today. 4 points, 4 boards for Towns. 4 points for Bridges. 3 for Diawara, 2 for Anunoby, and Alvarado's yet to take a shot. But they're playing very good defense. Only 6 points so far for Wemby. 2 for 4 from the field for Victor Wembanyama. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Darnell reminding people to like button. Appreciate you, Darnell. We got Shake Luga, John Collar. What's up, John? Here we go. Here we go. They get it to Champagny up top, being guarded by Diawara. They get it over to Fox. Fox being guarded by Alvarado. Coming to his left, driving it down in the corner. Vassell ran off the line by Bridges, puts up the 3 anyway. Can't get it to go. Fight for the loose ball rebound. And it's out of bounds. And the Knicks will bring it down. Knicks with an 8-point lead. They could take a double-digit lead here. They went down 12 early. Remember that? It was, what was it? It was 17-5, something like that. Alvarado gets it over to Bridges. Down low to Towns, being guarded by Castle. Down the lane, swings it out to Mo Diawara. He's going to set his feet and fire another 3. He's going to come up short. And a loose ball foul on Steph Castle, trying to keep my guy, Karl Anthony Towns, off the glass. Too big, too strong, too talented. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Nick Yak said, we knew how important second-round picks can be. We have Mitch to show for it, and now we also have Mo Diawara to show for it, Yak. Absolutely. Absolutely. So the Knicks get the ball back here. A fresh 14. They get it in the Bridges. Bridges gets it over to Diawara. Hands it off to Alvarado. Alvarado coming to his left off the Diawara screen, sninging it back to his right hand. Foul line pull-up jumper, gets the nice soft bounce off the front of the rim. There you go. And the Knicks with the double-digit lead, 31-21. Can they hold on to it? Can they expand it? Going to have to continue to be with the defense here to get it out to Vassell. Back up top to Castle. Knicks are doing a great job of running the three-point shooters off the line. Here they run Champagny off the line. He drives it down in the paint, kicks it out to Wemby. Wemby mishandles the ball, but he's able to corral it because he's got a ridiculous wingspan. Being guarded by Towns. Wemby driving to his right. They show 2 defenders. Fall away mid-range jumper over Towns. Can't get it to go. Alvarado with the rebound. The defense was excellent there by Karl Anthony Towns, and the help from Mo Diawara, and Alvarado to Bridges for the 2-handed slam in transition. They are running the Spurs off the court right now. There you go. 12-point lead. Continue to push it. A 26-2 run for the Knicks over the last 7 minutes, going back to the first quarter. Castle up top, attacking to his right. Now spinning to his left. Driving it down against Anunoby in the lane. Scoop with the right hand. Can't get it to go. No foul call. Diawara with the rebound. Anunoby and Castle falling all over each other. They get over to Diawara, back to Alvarado up top. They wait for Anunoby to come back down with Castle. Alvarado coming to his right, lobs it down low to Towns, catches in the paint, kicks it out. Diawara, they leave him wide open, straightaway 3, knock me down. In and out, can't get it to stay, fight for the rebound. Fox picks it up, and he saves it out to Castle, and Castle will bring it down. Oh, if Mo Diawara would have knocked that down, it would have been crazy. They swing it out Vassell in open right, corner 3 in transition, can't get it to go, battle for the rebound, and a loose ball foul on the Knicks trying to keep Wemby off the glass. Whew. I would have went crazy if Mo knocked down that 3. It will come. That kid is, 20 years old? It will come. John Mosgrove said Spurs need a timeout. Yeah, they're sitting with 21 points. They have yet to score 4 minutes into this second quarter here. They have yet to score. And they have Fox and Wemby out there, and Castle, and Vassell. A lot of their starters still out there. Where's Champagny? There are 5 starters out there. And they had yet to score in the first 4 minutes of the quarter. Excellent defensive stretch there for the Knicks. Vassell, a mid-range pull-up jumper, got it to go, and the foul on Mikal Bridges. What a shot from Devin Vassell. But the Knicks continue to force the Spurs to take contested shots here. It's all you could ask for. It's all you could ask for. It's not a great foul for Mikal there, obviously, right? But all you could ask is that you force them to take tough contested shots. Now, that's a big-time shot from Vassell. It's a bad foul from Bridges. He's going to go to the foul line for one more. But you could see the defensive pressure. The Knicks are forcing these guys into tough shots. Lana Mona said Sunday morning game, Knicks just woke up. Maybe they just need a little time to get into the game. Josh Hart may have been the problem. It's almost like I was calling Josh Hart the problem from the very beginning. Towns secures the rebound off the missed free throw. Pull up 3 for Alvarado, knock me down. Comes up wide right. Rebound to Keldon Johnson. Here comes Vassell pushing the other way. Over to Johnson. Johnson hit it in the corner. Ran off the line by Josh Hart. Great defense from Josh Hart to run him off the line. They kick it out to Castle. They'll live with Castle 3s. He can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked out of the air, and Alvarado picks it up, and the Knicks are pushing. Alvarado over to Shamet. Transition. Pump fakes. Swings it out. Bridges wide open right corner 3. Knock me down. Knock me down, Mikal Bridges. Oh, we're hooping. Oh, everybody's getting in on the action, baby. We're getting in on the action. 36-23. Castle has it up top, being guarded by Josh Hart. Castle crosses over to his left on Hart, loses the hand on the ball, has to go all the way back out to pick it up. They get over to Vassell, being chased by Alvarado. Back to Castle. Castle driving it down on Josh Hart. Runs him over. Knocks him down to kick it out. A 3 for Keldon Johnson. Too strong. Can't get it to go. Bridges knocks it over to Towns. Good job from Bridges to knock that rebound that he couldn't grab over to Karl-Anthony Towns, who could grab it. They get it over to Bridges. Bridges swings through to his left against Cornette. Going under the rim. Kicks it out to Shamet. Back to Bridges. Relocation right corner 3. Another one. Oh, can't get it to go out. Would have popped off. Mikhail, you got to get those to go down, big dog. Here comes Vassell bringing it down the other way, picked up by Shamet. Driving to his right, spins to his left, loses the handle, slips and falls on the floor. Shamet diving for it. They're diving for it. We're fighting for it. It's going to be a jump ball between Vassell and Shamet. The defense continues to lock the Spurs down. We are 5 minutes, 7 minutes to go. Why is my time? I never started the timer. My apologies. We got 7 minutes to go. We'll take the timer down now. 7 minutes to go. 5 minutes into this quarter, the Spurs have 2 points. They had 21 at the end of the first quarter. They're stuck at 23 right now. I gotta catch my breath. I'm dying. I'm dying over here. Chris Rowe, what's up, Chris Rowe? Home run hitters, what's up, home run hitters? The Knicks win the tip, but then Towns tried to throw the outlet to Alvarado and gets picked off by Barnes. Here comes Harper down the lane, lefty layup over Towns. Got it to go. Come on, big cat. We won the tip. We won it. You don't gotta throw it away like that. 36-25, Josh Hart will bring it down. 7 minutes, under 7 minutes, 6:30 to go now. My timer will catch up in a second. Brunson and Robinson going to the scores table now. They hand it off to Towns, driving to his left, down the lane, throws up the floater off glass, got it to go, and the foul. Karl-Anthony Towns, keep hooping on him, big dog. Too big, too strong, too talented. Don't put a wing on me ever again. I'm too good. I love that he's finding his spots right now. I love it. I love it. My guy MBM, appreciate you, MBM. Appreciate you, brother. He said, I'm loving Chevy's energy right now. I can only provide the energy that the Knicks provide us, right? The Knicks are playing so good right now. So good. Brunson comes in. Robinson is, I assume still at the scores table. Maybe he's coming in. They're going to run the double big lineup, but we'll see. I'll tell you in a second. Brunson does come in, though. .620 to go. Oh, see, the timer's a little ahead now. Towns knocks down the and one free throw. There you go. 14-point lead for the Knicks. Largest lead of the game. And here comes Dylan Harper bringing it down against Alvarado. Harper has it up top, being guarded by Alvarado. 6:10 to go, approaching the halfway point. Keldon Johnson gets it over to Vassell, ran off the line by Shamet. Great defense from Shamet. Vassell pulls it out, coming to his right. They kick it out to Harper. Ran off the line by Hart. That's not the guy you really want to run off the line. And he knocks down the scoop layup. Come on, Big Josh. We got to be better than that. It's a bad closeout. It's a bad closeout, Josh. You're not locked in. You're not focused right now. You don't run Dylan Harper off the line. You stutter step close out to him. You don't want him shooting. You want him shooting that three. You don't want him driving it down. That's when he's at his best. Josh Hart up top, hands off to Brunson. Coming to his left, down the lane, throws up the floater off glass. Can't get it to go. Towns battling on the glass. Can't get the tip. Cornette with the rebound, pushing it the other way. Dylan Harper, pocket pass to Cornette, who draws the foul on Josh Hart. And Cornette will go to the foul line for 2. With 5:30 to go. Jay said Hart a cancer to this team. He's not having a very good game so far here today, offensively or defensively. Zelingo, what's up, Zelingo? What happened to the Spurs? The Knicks happened. Tell you that. Nick Yak said 2 big defense will come to be great. I'm a full believer in the double big lineup. Use it in the right situations. As Robinson comes in for Towns, we're not going to go double big. I don't love Robinson and Hart lineups, I'll tell you that. Expect the offense to start sputtering. You got 2 non-shooters out there. We're going to be heavy reliant on Jalen Brunson. Hey, Brunson, go save our offense real quick. I don't love this. I don't love this lineup. Anunoby's going to check back in as well. Now we have Anunoby, Hart, Brunson, Robinson, and Shamet. Okay? Don't love the combination of Robinson and Hart. Don't love 2 non-shooters out there, especially with Wemby back in the game. Cornette knocks down both free throws. It's back to a 10-point game, 39-29, 5:30 to go. Brunson bringing it down against Harper, coming to his right for Robinson screen. Tries to get it out to Robinson. Ball gets picked off. Still loose, out of bounds. And it's kicked out by Harper. Ball's going to go back to the Knicks. They catch a bit of a break there. They get a fresh 24, though. They give them a fresh 24. Home run hitter said Knicks need to stop trying to make every single game on ABC after school special starring Brunson. I'm not sure what you mean by that, brother. What you mean by that? Amy Machu said the Knicks don't usually play so well to get him this energized. Not consistently. Not consistently. All right, here we go. Knicks bringing it back down. 39-29. Barnes, oh no, they give it back to the Spurs. My bad. So now Barnes has it up top. On the right wing, being guarded by Brunson to get it to Vassell. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Shamet. Can't get it to go. Robinson doing a good job taking the rebound away from Cornette. Knocks it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart bringing it down. Leaves it off of Brunson. Brunson over to Anunoby. Anunoby, a right wing three. Knock me down. OG Anunoby, nothing but net from three-point range. There you go. There you go. 42-29. 13-point lead for the Knicks. I like it. I like it. Harper up top, dancing with it against Hart. Pocket pass to Cornette. They swing it out to Vassell. Shaman's doing an excellent job not giving Vassell any space. He spins to his left, down the lane, in the paint, spins, gets it back to Cornette. Cornette tries to lob it to Wemby, and Anunoby just knocks it loose and steals it. Anunoby bringing it down, swings it out to Brunson. He's going to take the lane. Up top, Anunoby on the relocation, a straightaway three over Wemby. Comes up short, battling on the glass, knocked out of the air. It's going to go back to the Spurs. John Mosgrove said, ball movement looking good. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Miles Short said, yeah, the lineup is a bad situation. I agree with you. I just don't love multiple non-shooters on the court with Robinson and Hart. The Knicks really got to get out and run to make this lineup work. And I don't think Brunson is the guy. Like, Brunson more so wants to play a half-court game to get over to Wemby, rolling to the rim past Brunson, and he throws down a one-handed hammer. Curling off a screen. Not good defense from Robinson. Just go under those screens instead of chasing Wemby from behind. Here comes Josh Hart bringing it down. Back to 11 it goes, 42-31. Knicks doing a good job of keeping the Spurs an arm's distance away. But the Spurs doing a good job not allowing the Knicks to build up too much of a lead. Brunson kicks it out to Anunoby, takes the baseline, pump fake, fall away mid-range jumper for OG. Got it to go for OG. Okay, trading baskets now, under 4 to go. Fox bringing it down, being guarded by Anunoby. Fox coming to his left, behind the back, mid-range pull-up jumper over OG, well contested, comes up short, Hart with the rebound, home run past Anunoby, pump fake, two-handed slam for OG. What a pass from Josh Hart. And that's the value of Josh Hart right there. Snag the rebound, quick home run outlet to OG Anunoby for the two-handed slam. Pinpoint perfect pass from Josh Hart there in the home run pass. 46-31 now, the largest lead of the game is now 15. OG Anunoby up to 9 points. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Here comes Fox bringing it down. He's being guarded by OG Anunoby. I love some of the defensive matchups that Mike Brown has gone to here today. It's really helped the Knicks defense. They're playing a really good defensive game. They get it out to Wemby. Pump fake, swings through to his left, down low against Brunson, under the rim. Wild reverse layup. Got it to go for Victor Wembanyama. Robinson looking at the refs, calling for a travel. I didn't notice it too close, but it definitely looked like a travel, but also Victor Wembanyama's legs go for miles long, so maybe it wasn't. Brunson has it up top, coming to his right at the Robinson screen. Brunson, pull up three, got the open space, got it to go for Jalen Brunson, and he said, all right, you want to knock down twos, Wemby? Let me show you what a shooter looks like. Knocks down the pull-up three off the screen to 16-point lead now. Wemby trying to respond with the straightaway three, and he does, knocking it down. Wemby getting loose now, 5 straight points for Victor Wembanyama, back to a 13-point game. Here comes Josh Hart bringing it down, 2:45 to go. Forgot to restart the timer, 2:45 to go. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Coming to his right after Robinson screen. Protecting his dribble against Fox. Leans in, steps through, floater. Got it to go for Jalen Brunson. And Wemby comes up limping, but he seems fine. Calmly jogs up the other side of the court, now in a full sprint. So he's fine. But it's 51-36, 15-point lead for the Knicks. They get it over to Wemby, being guarded by Robinson. Wemby faces up, jab step, driving to his right, stops, pump fake, leans in, ball knocked loose. Josh Hart comes in, steals it away, but then throws it away. They get it over to Harper. Harper runs into a double team, now pulls it out. Josh Hart applying good pressure, but gets caught behind him. Now Harper to the rim, can't get the layup to go. Josh Hart with the rebound, and now Josh Hart pushing the other way. Bullet pass over to Shamet in the left wing. Shamet driving to his right, pull up three for Shamet, knock me down. Too strong, can't get it to go. Didn't love that shot from Shamet. Didn't love that shot from Shamet. Here comes Wemby. Wemby has it up top, being guarded by Robinson. They get over to Fox. Fox coming to his right. Step back three for De'Aaron Fox. Still can't buy a basket. Robinson knocks the rebound loose from Wemby and then able to save it over to Brunson. 15-point lead for the Knicks. They lob it over to Anunoby. They're trying to go quickly before Wemby can get set. Now he's under the rim. Anunoby backing him down. They kick it out to Josh Hart in the corner, being guarded by Fox. And then Vassell runs right into Josh Hart and a foul on Devin Vassell. 1:30 to go. Whew. Whew. I'm also out of breath. The Knicks are making me out of breath. This is an incredible game, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Home run hitter said they shrugged hard. Vassell did run right into him. Victor Wembanyama with 13 points, 5 for 8 from the field. We get a timeout here. Okay, cool. We can catch our breath. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all that we just saw. I hadn't been interacting with the chat too much because, my goodness, was the action fast and quick. Very few whistles, very few fouls, very few trips to the foul line. These teams are just hooping on each other, and I'm loving it. And the Knicks are hooping more so than the Spurs are. We're about to get to the end of the first half here. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go, and they have 36 points, guys. 36. The Knicks are a defensive masterclass for the Knicks tonight. My goodness. My goodness. Rafael Torres said, the Knicks playing good defense tonight? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. 36 points in the first half for San Antonio. And I will say, look, San Antonio's missed some open looks for sure. For sure. That happened. Excuse me. That happens throughout the course of a game. They've missed some open looks. So have the Knicks. They've missed some open looks too. So usually that stuff kind of balances it out throughout the game. I think the Knicks defense tonight, not tonight, this afternoon, today, has been spectacular. I think this is the best defense we've seen the Knicks play all season long. Truly, from top to bottom, I think everybody's having a very good defensive game. I think Josh Hart, I'm a little hard on his defense here today, but I think for the most part, Josh Hart's been solid. Especially, he came in earlier, and what happened? He ran Dylan Harper off the three-point line, and that made me a little annoyed and a little upset. Because you don't run Dylan Harper off the three-point line. You dare him to shoot. He's a 25% three-point shooter. So that was a bad defensive play from Josh Hart. But since that play, I think Josh Hart's been spectacular. He helped down on Wemby a couple of times. One of the times he picked up a rebound after Robinson forced Wemby into a tough shot. Another time, Wemby ended up turning it over after Robinson poked the ball loose, and Josh Hart was right there to pick it up, and he got the Knicks out and running. Shamit, I think, has done underrated because it's not going to show up in any stat sheet. He's done such a good job of just not allowing Devin Vassell to get open looks. Like, he is running him off the line. He's forcing him into mid-range shots. He's forcing him to put the ball on the floor and dribble, which is not, he's not terrible at it, Devin Vassell, but it's not a strength of Devin Vassell's game. And he's clearly putting the Spurs in a really uncomfortable situation right now. They're doing an excellent job. Excellent job. And look, it's only amounted to a 15-point lead. Spurs are a very good team. They're not out of this, not even close. 15 points is a whole lot of nothing in modern basketball in terms of a lead. Right? But the Knicks are playing, again, phenomenal defense. This is a team that we talked about. It's like, oh, what's the Knicks' biggest Achilles heel? They're not a very good defensive team. Today, against one of the premier teams in the league, they had the third best record in the NBA, not too far away from the best record in the NBA, on an 11-game winning streak, getting smacked up a little bit by this Knicks defense right now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. George, what's up, George? Spurs panic? I don't know. They got Wemby over there. Wemby does have 4 turnovers. It's a good point. It's a good point. He's 5 for 8 from the field, but he does have the 4 turnovers. Isaiah Gardner said, I love how Jose was pushing the pace for Wemby to not get set on defense. Absolutely. Absolutely, Isaiah. Great point. Great point. Great point. Right? The Knicks pushing the pace so Wembanyama can't get set up on defense, can't anger the defense, because we know if Josh Hart's in there or even if Mitchell Robinson's in there, he's just not guarding those guys. He's hanging out under the basket, daring the Knicks to drive, and having a guy like Alvarado, who's a quick dude, push the pace there. Nick Yak said, we won 13 of the last 17, holding 9 teams under 101 points on defense. Been great for a while. Yes, great point, Yak. Great point. Great point. Defense been great for a while. The Knicks are top 10 in defensive rating. We'll go through it at halftime. We'll check as many things out as we can. Because obviously this is the only game we can cover tonight. I mean, the only game we can cover right now. No other games tipping off until 3:30. Towns fires up a 3 after coming in and out, can't get it to stay. Wemby with the rebound. Here comes Castle. Castle also back in. He's being guarded by Josh Hart. Castle has it up top. They get it over to Fox. Fox being guarded by Shamit. Shamit's defense so underrated today. They get it back to Castle, extra pass to Barnes. Good defense from Anunoby, denying Wemby the ball here. They finally get it to Wemby. Mid-post being guarded by Anunoby. Steps through, puts up the jumper. Can't get it to go. Brunson with the rebound. I'm sure Wemby's looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Brunson bringing it down, being guarded by Fox. Shoves it over to Hart. Hart has it up top. He's going to attack. Mid-range pull-up jumper over Wemby. Can't get it to go. Fox secures the rebound. Didn't love that shot from Josh Hart. Just shoot the threes, brother. I don't need mid-range shots from you, big dog. Here comes Harper down the lane, bullies his way to the basket, draws the foul. He's going to go to the foul line for 2. Good pump fake from Castle to get Anunoby in the air after bullying his way into the paint. Towns did come from behind to get a big block shot to make sure he doesn't get an and one, but it is a foul on OG Anunoby. Amy said Hart still can't hit a shot. No, he cannot. No, he cannot. Tonight's not the night to rely on Josh Hart to make shots, I guess. He does have 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Does have 4 rebounds, 4 assists. We got 45 seconds to go. They're at the foul line for 2. If we could hold them under 40 for this first half, my goodness. Who's that? Laxian VR. What's up, Lax? Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time today. Jose. Appreciate you, Jose. Said Josh is trash. He's playing like trash today for the most part. Castle knocks down both of his free throws. 13-point game. 40 seconds to go. Brunson bringing it down against Castle. Brunson coming to his right off the Hart screen. Slinging it back to his left hand. Slinging it back to his right hand. Kicks it back to Josh Hart. Pump fakes from 3. Spins off of Wemby in the paint. Fall away floater over him. Looks like Wemby maybe got a piece of it. Stop shooting, Josh. They want you to shoot, and you're playing right into their defensive game plan. That's what the Spurs want, Josh. You're purposely playing right into their hands, brother. Fox has it up top, attacking Shamet. Kick it up top to Vassell. Vassell back to Fox, being guarded by Shamet. Coming to his right, double step back, extra pass over to Barnes. Right corner 3, fading out of bounds, and he got it to go down. And the Knicks gave up a quick 5-point run there. Brunson bringing it down. Half-court heat from JB. Can't get it to go. Almost got it to go. Almost banked it in. But that'll be the end of our first half, 51-41. Great rally from the Spurs there to cut it to 10 at halftime. Game not even close. Not even close to being out of the realm of possibility. 51-41. Decent halftime score. I'm still very impressed with the Knicks defense in that quarter there. We got to limit Josh Hart's minutes in the second half, man. My goodness, has he been disastrous for the Knicks so far tonight. He's had a couple of good moments, a couple of good plays. I like his energy defensively, but I think offensively the process has been horrendous from Josh. He has already lost confidence in the jump shot, and if he's not going to shoot the open threes that he's getting all night long, then everybody else is going to suffer. That's when Brunson suffers the most, is when Josh Hart loses confidence in that jump shot, because teams don't guard Hart, and so Brunson and Hart have to play a two-man game unless you're just going to give the ball to Hart and say shoot the open three, which clearly Josh Hart does not want to do. So instead he plays this handoff pick-and-roll game with Jalen Brunson, and then that forces Jalen Brunson to essentially have to play a 4-on-3 situation because Josh Hart is out of the offensive action. Brunson has the ball in his hands. He's seeing multiple defenders, but everybody else gets to stay home because they could put 2 defenders on Brunson coming off the screen or the handoff action and not worry about Josh Hart, even if he is rolling to the basket, because they have Wemby staying down low in the paint. Because nobody really cares about guarding Josh Hart tonight, and for good reason, as you can see. 0 for 7 from the field. Either you have to step behind the three-point line and knock down and shoot and knock down the open shots, or you got to get out of the game. There's no two ways about it. I like the energy and effort that Josh Hart's playing with, but again, if Wembanyama's in the game with this starting lineup, like this is the lineup obviously they closed the half with. Barnes was in instead of Champagny, but they effectively played the same role as the sharpshooter on the team. Then you can't be out there in those configurations. You have to be out there with the Cornets or with the Cornets, with the Dylan Harpers, guys like that. You can't be out there with this configuration going against you. Can't. Amy, 0 for 7. You can't be out there with this configuration. These are 2 smart players, 2 good defenders, too many good defenders here. Like every single one of these players are good defenders, ranging from good to great to phenomenal. So you can't be out there because they're too good and too smart, and they are taking full advantage of you not being an offensive capable player right now. Darnell said Hart's going to have 25 points. Not tonight. Tell you that, not tonight. The Knicks need to, and again, I've said this before, between Tom Thibodeau and now Mike Brown, Tom Thibodeau is an extremely brilliant basketball mind. Mike Brown is an extremely brilliant basketball mind. You don't get to this point as coaches in the world. Like, this is the best league in the world. These are some of the 30 best coaches in the world. And Mike Brown has 2 Coach of the Year awards. Tom Thibodeau has 2 Coach of the Year awards. I promise you, both of those guys have seen the limitations of Josh Hart in these situations, and yet they both continue to play. Let's look at it. How many minutes did Josh Hart play? And also, you guys know I don't love the plus minus, but I'm going to be interested to see what the plus minus say today. I'm going to be interested. Just interested. Josh Hart's a minus 12. He's a minus 12. And that matches the eye test. John Marco said Brown is smart. He's not going to ride Josh Hart. But so was Tom Thibodeau when Tom Thibodeau rode Josh Hart into the ground. Right? Anunoby's a plus 11. Towns is a minus 5. He's playing a lot of his minutes with Josh Hart, unfortunately for him. Bridges is a plus 6. Brunson, again, also playing a lot of his minutes with Josh Hart is a minus 3. Mo Diawar's a plus 12. Robinson's a plus 15. Shaman's a plus 8. Jose Alvarado's a plus 18. And this is I think, two people will look at this and be like, oh, we should just play the 4 bench guys all game long. It's just that when these guys are out there, like, look at it. Like, Mitchell Robinson's the lone non-spacer, but he commands such attention with his offensive rebounding that teams have to put a ton of bodies on him. But Diawara can shoot, Shaman can shoot, Alvarado can shoot, and then whatever configuration they're in there with, either Towns, Anunoby, Bridges, or Brunson, all of them can shoot, right? And so when people say, like, oh, you have to be able to shoot threes, and people start calling for Jeremy Sohan, and I go, first of all, is Jeremy Sohan a better basketball player than Josh Hart? Not even close. It's not even remotely close. Is he a better defender than Josh Hart? Maybe marginally. Maybe. Right? You can maybe make that argument. Sure, I'll listen to the argument, but I don't agree with it. I think Josh Hart's the better defender than Jeremy Sohan. And it's like, if you want him out there, in what scenario is he out? Should he be out there over any of these other guys? Right? But Josh Hart played 17 minutes. The second most minutes of anybody in the game. This is what we wanted to come here for. The most. We'll go through everything, but 17 minutes? He's tied for almost tied. Almost. With Brunson and Anunoby for the second most amount of minutes played. He's played 5 more minutes than Bridges. He's played 3 more minutes than Towns. What? Are we watching the same game? Right? Is the coaching staff watching the same game we're watching? Like, what? How does that happen, is my point. Played the first 8 minutes of the game. Polo Gotti, what's up, Polo? Hart's so trash. Hart is a good basketball player. When you go up against really smart defenses, they're going to take away the things you want to do and put you in a situation where you're going to have to play to one of your deficiencies. In this case, is Josh Hart shooting threes. He has not been this poor from the field all season long. Well, to start the year he was. But it felt like the confidence was back from Josh Hart from the perimeter. And right now, the confidence is gone. He could have taken 10 threes in that half with how wide open he was. Multiple times he gave up the open 3 to drive into the lane to shoot a contested mid-range shot. And it's like, first of all, you're not a good enough mid-range shooter. I know some of the stats will back up that he's knocked down a bunch of mid-range shots this season, or he's knocked it down with a good efficiency. I still, every time he shoots a mid-range shot, I'm still not buying it, right? And the Spurs are going to live with Josh Hart shooting mid-range shots. They're also going to live with Josh Hart shooting wide open threes. They do not care. They do not care to close out to Josh. And right now, the confidence has escaped him to the point where even though he's wide open, nobody around him, he could take a rhythm dribble, set his feet, shake his shoulders, eat a meal, do his taxes, and then shoot the 3. And the Spurs will still be like, all right, well, let's make sure we're in position to rebound because he's going to miss that anyway. He's going to miss it. The Spurs have full confidence that Josh Hart has no confidence. And that's an issue, right? I3 with the by 3 shameless field goal attempts than Diawara and most of the team. Well, that's because Landry Shaman has, he's 1 for 3 from the field. That's because Landry Shaman has an excellent reputation around the league right now as being a knockdown 3-point shooter. And so teams, like the Knicks are doing to Devin Vassell, are just running him off the line. They're sticking to him like glue. He's not going to get wide open looks unless the Knicks are able to push in transition or run plays specifically for Shaman. They're not necessarily going to do that when you have Karl Anthony Towns or OG Anunoby or Jalen Brunson or Mikal Bridges in the game. They're not running plays for Landry Shamet over those guys consistently. He's taking 3 shots today. He's 1 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. We got to find more open looks for Shamet, but a lot of his, even just the gravity, even if he doesn't take the 3, the fact of the matter is that a defender is hugging him like glue. So the Knicks can play 4-on-4 in those scenarios, or even in transition if they're hugging him like glue, the lane should be open to drive. So there's still value in that, even though the shot attempts aren't there for Landry Shamet. Same with Mo Diawara, who is 1 for 4 from 3-point range. But there was a scenario where they're leaving Mo Diawara, they're treating Mo Diawara as if he's Josh Hart. Mo Diawara knocked down his first 3, missed the next 3. But there was a scenario after Mo Diawara made the first 3, The Knicks ran a pick and roll, got into the lane, kicked it out, and then they started swinging it around the perimeter. The ball swung to Mo Diawara, and the defense instinctively closed out on Mo Diawara and allowed him to hit another pass and keep the ball moving, which they were not doing to Josh Hart. The ball would swing to Josh Hart, and they'd be like, oh, thank God, Josh Hart has the ball now. They swung to Mo Diawara, and they were like, oh, wait, did we close out? We just hit one. Can he hit a three? And it just that moment of hesitation in an NBA game is enough for an offense to take advantage of, right? So even Mo Diawara is providing more value offensively than Josh Hart right now. Ray, what's up, Ray? Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good time today, Ray. Muhammad said Hart's having a bad game, but he's top notch. Yeah, look, I don't want Josh Hart traded. I don't want him benched. I don't want him playing 10 minutes a night. I still want Josh Hart playing something between 20 to 25 minutes. On a night like tonight, probably leaning more so around 20. He played 17 first half minutes. He only sat for 7 minutes in the first half. That's got to be closer to even. It's got to be closer. Malashur said, Lumos makes me think there is off-the-court issue. I don't think it's an off-the-court issue. What I think it is I think he's got a big ego. Earlier to start the year, Josh Hart was on the bench, and Mitchell Robinson was in the starting lineup. And Josh Hart wears his heart on his sleeve, and it was very evident that he was not very happy coming off the bench. Now, he started to play well coming off the bench, so much so that they reinserted him back into the starting lineup. But to me, it was like, well, he's playing well off the bench. Keep him in that role, right? I would when the Knicks are fully healthy, I think the most obvious thing to do, which we can disagree with and talk about or whatever, is to start Deuce McBride. Off the bench, you would have Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Landry Shamet, and Jose Alvarado. Look at that bench. That is a championship contending bench, right? And even still, it's a championship contending bench even without Josh Hart out there. If we swap in Deuce McBride at some point here, maybe for the 7 Mo Diawara minutes, who knows? But, which, by the way, I really like Mo Diawara's minutes today, even though he's 1 for 4 from the field for 3 points and 2 rebounds. And he also has a turnover. Not anything that stands too far out about Mo. But, again, the quick decision-making, the fact that he's confidently shooting the threes, he's knocked one down. I hope he knocks more down. But you need another three-point shooter out there. Josh Hart does not work well in this starting lineup when you play really good teams, right? When you play teams that are good but not great, or flat-out middle-of-the-road teams or bad teams, you can get away with Josh Hart in the starting lineup because they don't have the capability to take advantage of Josh Hart's weaknesses the way great teams do. There's a reason why the Spurs guard Josh Hart this way. There's a reason why the Thunder do it. There's a reason why the Pistons do it. There's a reason why all these great teams do it, and Josh Hart struggles in those matchups versus like he plays well against the Bucks or he plays well against the Wizards or he plays like Josh Hart's great for those games. And this isn't Josh Hart's good. He's a good basketball player. He would help. He has helped today. He's got 4 boards, 4 assists. I think he's done a good job of pushing the pace when he's out there. I think for the most part he's been solid with his defense, except for a couple of instances that will drive me crazy. But I think for the most part, outside of the fact that he can't buy a basket and shoot and is turning down open looks and is actively destroying the Knicks offense, I think he's good. But they are limiting the things they can do offensively with Josh Hart out there. Is ultimately the point. It's a roundabout way of ultimately saying they are limiting themselves because they refuse to just go to Josh Hart and be like, you're going to get the same amount of minutes, but you got to come off the bench. I don't know why that's such an issue. And I mostly think it's a Josh Hart issue because it was the same thing under Tom Thibodeau as it's been under Mike Brown. And these are two brilliantly minded basketball people who watched the same film that we watched, who watched teams guard Josh Hart the way we watched teams guard Josh Hart. Miles Short True said, Raymond, what's up, Raymond? It seems that we have to pick their position, certain teams, when you leave Josh in. Yeah, you have to pick the right lineup configuration to go against, right? When Wemby's out there, Wemby guarding Josh Hart is disastrous for the Knicks offense because he's not guarding Josh Hart, meaning that Wemby can float around and guard whoever. It means Brunson is not going to have any open looks. He's going to have to knock down tough contested shots, which Brunson is capable of doing, but you don't want to have to rely on. Same with Towns, same with Anunoby, same with Bridges. Right? They can knock down contested shots, sure, but that's not something you want to have to rely on for your offense. And oftentimes when Josh Hart is out there, you have to rely on those things. Nick Yak said Hart won't miss that many open shots in the second half. I hope not, Yak. I hope not. Sons Jen said watching OG on Wemby is a treat, all up in his jersey, just wearing him down. Yeah, I mean, we could wax poetic about everybody so far tonight, outside of Josh Hart. I think Anunoby's been awesome. I think Towns has been awesome. I think Bridges has been very good. I think Brunson's been awesome. I think Modiawara has been good. I think Robinson's been good. I think Shamit's been very good. I think Alvarado's been very good as well. Like, I don't think anybody outside of Josh Hart has been bad. I think of our 9-man rotation, 8 guys have played good to very good to phenomenally today. But we said in the pregame, I said it, all hands need to be on deck. And right now, Josh Hart got to get his hands on deck. He's got to help out. Miles Shore said, when you play good teams, you say have Josh coming off the bench. Yeah, but I think like there's a consistency thing you want to do where, you want a consistent feeling of this is my role, these are the times I'm in the game, versus then like, oh, when we play really good teams, Josh Hart's coming off the bench, but when we play not so great teams, Josh Hart's in the starting lineup. It's just getting weird, right? It's just getting weird where it's like, okay. And look, maybe if he knocks down 1 or 2 of those open looks from 3, we're not having this conversation. But fact of the matter is that he's not knocked him down, and then he started to actively... My mic is off? Can you guys hear me? Am I good? Can you guys hear me? Captain Massive said, the shining star of Shaman coming through, all hands on deck, Chef. When Captain runs too. Yeah, home hitter said we hear you. Okay. Neil Glashin. Neil, come on, brother. We hear you. Okay. Yak said almost 450 in the chat. Hit the like button for a great call at the first half. Appreciate you, Yak. Appreciate you. I got that whole thing off right now, so I can't even see who's in the chat. I'm just looking at you guys chatting. Let's look at the Spurs. So what did the Knicks do? What are the Spurs doing to try to counter the Knicks defense so far tonight? Some excellent defense from the Knicks. Steph Castle with 5. He's 1 for 5 from the field. You have to expect he'll be a little bit better in the second half in this regard. He knocked down 2 free throws, and he knocked down a 3, a deep 3 that was lightly contested, but it was pretty open, and he knocked it down. He's 1 for 2 from 3. The Knicks will live with open threes, or not open threes, but the Knicks will live with Castle settling for threes tonight. And they've done a great job of staying in front of him and just not allowing him to get overwhelmed with his athleticism to get to the rim. Castle, I think Landry Shamet has done such an underrated job today. You know, I shouted it out earlier, and I've been talking about it. Devin Vassell is a knockdown three-point shooter. He is incredible. I mean, look at this. He's a +8. He's a +8. He is incredibly important to the Spurs in terms of their spacing. They run a lot of actions, curling him off a screen so that teams play a ton of attention to Vassell to get other guys open, or if Vassell happens to get open, he gets open. He was huge in the win against the Pistons with his three-point shooting, his perimeter shooting, not just threes, but mid-range shots as well. And I think Landry Shamet and Mikal Bridges have done a phenomenal job of just shutting that off. They're forcing him to knock down contested shots, and he's 3 for 7 from the floor, 1 for 4 from 3. De'Aaron Fox is just having a bad night. He can't buy a basket. Maybe he gets unlocked in the second half here. That could be scary for the Knicks. We'll see. Wemby is 5 for 9 from the floor, 8 boards, no assists, and 4 turnovers. So the Knicks are doing a really good job of closing off the lanes, guarding him one-on-one, and then at the last second, putting him in a position where he's either got to shoot it or throw it out at the last second, and he's come up with turnovers, and he's come up with a couple of missed shots. So they're doing a really good job on that. Looks like we're coming out for the start of the second half here, so let's do this. We'll continue to go over the box score here until we get there. But Champagnie knocked down 1-3 to start the game. He's now 1 for 3 from 3 and 1 for 4 from the field. They're doing a good job again, not giving their open shooters open looks. They're doing a really good job of overextending and running them off the line at least, which is actually good defense. Just run the three-point shooter off the line and force them to put the ball on the floor, which is not something they want to do, right? Three-point shooters want to shoot. They don't necessarily want to have to handle the ball. Crandon, what's up, Crandon? Supreme Vader, what's up, Supreme Vader? All right, here we go. Start of the second half. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, man, I did all of that just to... Man, I had that ready already. All right, here we go. Towns. And an offensive foul. Is that on Towns? All right, not a good start. Not a good start. Already an offensive foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. All right, let's pull up our game cast. Here we go. They have Castle on him. He has it. He's got Castle hooked. Come on, big cat. We got to stop that hook and foul, Karl-Anthony Towns. Wemby fires a midi, got it to go, and it's back to an 8-point game. Here we go. Single digits. It's going to be a tough end to the game. DCL Love. What's up, DCL Love? Brunson has it up top. Coming to his left off a hard screen. They get over to Bridges. Bridges feeds it to Towns. Towns has it up top. They show a double team. Towns sees a double team. Now they retreat. So Towns is going to attack along the baseline. In the air, shovels it over to Josh Hart. Beautiful shovel pass. Josh Hart can knock down the floater. In the lane, wide open. I know Wemby's there looking to contest, but my goodness, Castle steps through, kicks it in the corner to Fox. He's going to fire the three over Anunoby. Too strong, can't get it to go. Vassell with the rebound, saves it into Castle. What a save from Vassell. Fall away jumper from Castle, can't get it to go. Some more good defense from the Knicks, forcing tough shots. Here comes Brunson bringing it down. Behind the back, being guarded by Champagnie. He's going to look to attack, stops, turns, spins off of him, coming to his right, spins to his left in the lane, kicks it out to Josh Hart. He's going to take the lane, kicks it out to Bridges. Right corner three from Mikal. Got me to go, Mikal Bridges. There you go, Mikal. Back up to 11 it goes, 10:40 to go. Vassell coming to his left off the screen. They get it over to Wemby. Wemby will look to answer with a three of his own. He can't. Bridges comes up with the rebound. Here comes Mikal Bridges, hit ahead to Towns. Towns is going to walk into a three. He's going to pump fake, lean into Wemby, and a offensive foul on Karl-Anthony Towns. That's a big old floppity flop from Victor Wembanyama. He gets the call. He gets the call. Let me see the replay. Is it egregious, or did Towns lower the shoulder? To flop. To flop. To flop. To flop. Unfortunately for Towns, he has that reputation. He can't be doing that. Wemby does a great job flopping for it. Wemby down the lane, can't get the layup to go against Brunson, but he does pick up the foul, so he's going to go to the foul line for two. Home run hitter said Wembanyama embellished. He did. He did. He flopped. He did flop. That's a technical foul. It's a flop. It's a big old flop. To me, it's a no call. Towns just leans into him. Does he lower the shoulder? A little bit. Is basketball a contact sport? It is. It is. I said we were going to look up the Knicks defensive rating as of late, and we did not have time to do it. So we will do it at the next timeout break. Wemby knocks down his first free throw. He's got another one coming. Crandon said, Lane Wemby, get your weight up. Yeah. Captain Mastiff said the flop is back. The flop never left. Flop never left. Wemby knocked down the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. 45-54, 10:15 to go. And the Knicks will bring it down. Bridges being guarded by Vassell. They get it over to Towns, being guarded by Castle. Towns has it up top. Kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart on the right wing being guarded by Wemby. They get it down low to Anunoby, being guarded by Fox. Anunoby driving it down to his left. Kicks it over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart in the lane. Josh Hart got a layup to go. And Josh Hart does the same thing I did. Thank the Lords. Thank the basketball gods. He got a shot to go down. There you go, Big Josh. Cross-court pass to Vassell. Ran off the line. They swing it around. Castle extra pass Champagnie. Champagnie ran off the line by Anunoby. They kick it back up top to Fox, and they force the turnover. Again, run the shooters off the three-point line. Overextend. Run past them to force them to pump fake and drive it in. Three-point shooters don't want to dribble. They just want to catch and shoot. Bridges has it up top. Coming to his right off the Towns screen. Good screen from Towns to kick it out to Josh Hart. He just knocked down a layup, knocked me down. Can't get it to go. I like that just took it though. Towns with the offensive rebound. And a foul on Castle. That's another foul on Castle. That is his third. It's his third foul for Steph Castle. Struggling with fouls tonight. The only player struggling with fouls, although actually Towns now with 2 offensive fouls has 3. So the Knicks will inbound it. They get the ball back here. Good effort from Towns to keep the possession alive. To get in the Bridges, attacking the middle of the lane. Pump fake, steps through, tries to get it inside the Josh Hart ball, and it's out of bounds off of the Knicks. Bad pass from Bridges. Fox, quick crossover on Josh Hart down the lane. They kick it out to Vassell, and wide open look for Vassell, and he got it to go, and that's why you got to run him off the line. He's a knockdown three-point shooter. That's why you got to run him off the line. Great quick attack from Fox, who blew past Josh Hart. I don't love that matchup of Josh Hart on Fox, but it's worked for the most part tonight. Brunson driving it down, swinging it back to his left hand, behind the back pass to Josh Hart, down the lane, ready layup. Got it to go for Josh. There you go, Josh. Don't be afraid of Wemby. Go right into his chest. 2 layups for Josh. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, Josh. That's much more like it. 3s and layups. Stop this mid-range nonsense. They get it to Castle up top, swings through to his left. Brunson switches on to Castle. Castle hands it off to Wemby. Wemby attacking to his left. Brunson goes for the steal. Wemby down the lane. Wild kick out pass. Extra pass to Fox. They swing it up top. Castle straightaway three. A deep one. Off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Wemby comes flying in for the offensive rebound. Stop, turn, pivot, inside, and a travel on Wemby. There you go. Knicks throwing bodies and hands everywhere. Wemby hit the drop-off pass to Castle, who would ended up with a wide open dunk if they didn't call the travel, which you rarely see travel calls in the NBA, but they hit him with that one. So Brunson will bring it down. Knicks catch a little bit of a break there. 8:30 to go. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Fox. Coming to his right off a high Josh Hart screen. A pull-up three for JB. Knock me down, Jalen Brunson. He's up to 19. We're up to 19, JB. Hit ahead to Fox. Fox on the left wing, being guarded by Brunson. In and out dribble. They get it up top to Castle. Castle swings it out to Champagnie. Over to Fox, left corner. Over Towns. Closes out short. Dares him to shoot it. He does. And he knocks it down, responding back with a three of his own. And we're still a 10-point game, 61-51. Knicks doing a good job of holding them an arm's distance away, but they're not too far away. They're one run away from getting this back to being a close game. Brunson coming to his left off the Hart screen. Brunson down the lane, throws up a tough floater. Can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the offensive rebound. Good rebound from Josh. Kicks it over to Bridges. Back to Josh. Back to Bridges. Left wing three. Mikal. Got it to go. Mikal Bridges is channeling that Christmas Day game last year. I'm loving it. Mikal Bridges knocks down another three. And the Knicks battling for a loose ball. Josh Hart pokes the ball away. Anunoby picks it up. He's going to go the other way for a one-handed slam. He can't get it to go. Anunoby looking for a foul call. He doesn't get it. Castle, quick outlet to Vassell. Vassell pull up three over Brunson. Got it to go. No. A 5-point swing. A 5-point swing. OG's still looking for that foul call. He's talking to the official. They get over to Bridges. Bridges has it up top. They got those 3 points right back, man. It should be 15 instead of 10. Towns blows right past Castle for the one-handed slam. Wemby was too late to help out. Going very quickly for Towns. I love it. He's got Castle on him. Castle's got the 3 fouls. Doesn't want to pick up a fourth. Let Towns just go to the rim there. Home run hitter said, yes, Towns. Loud Cat is my favorite cat. Yes, sir, Son Jen. Yes, sir. Confident Karl-Anthony Towns, loud Karl-Anthony Towns. He's got 9 and 7 today. I'm loving it. Brunson up to, 19? Bridges up to 15. Very good game from Mikal and Anunoby. Please knock down your dunks or layups. Just get the layup then. If you can't extend for the dunk, obviously, in hindsight, he just lays it up and in. Just tried to dunk it down. Did not get the dunk down. Good hustle from the Spurs there. Castle sprinted down, at least made Anunoby think, oh, maybe he's going to go for the chase down block. Which ultimately led to him missing the dunk. That's good hustle from Castle. But you got to get the easy ones. Spurs are doing an excellent job of hanging around right now. They're giving themselves an opportunity if they can get hot from the perimeter, which, watch out for Devin Vassell. He's starting to get hot. He's now 5 for 9 from the field for 13 points. He's getting there. He's heating up. Ocean View Coffee Shop. What's up, Ocean View? Missing easy dunks are horrible. I wouldn't call it an easy dunk. It is a wide open layup in transition there. But, again, that's a good, yes, he has to make that. You have to make that. You're right at the rim all by yourself. But Steph Castle, Vassell is behind Anunoby, and he's kind of just chasing him down. Anunoby should still be able to throw down. But Castle hustling back. Again, making OG Anunoby just look over and go, is he going to try and chase down block me? Before, again, trying to refocus on the rim for the dunk or the layup or whatever the case may be. And he just smokes it. Got to knock those down, right? Instead, it leads to a push the other way, and Vassell ends up with a pull-up three, which is not good. Jay said these dudes are easy, are so tall, easy dunk. I don't know, brother. Go to a park with a 6-foot rim and see how easy it is. I've been there. Jay said go up strong. He did go up strong. He just smoked it. Took off a little farther than he wanted to. Because, again, Spurs hustling back. You got to get that layup to go. You just do. But he missed it. Miles Shore said, I've been trying to watch a lot of Spurs this year, but I've seen them play a little bit, and they start heating up a little bit right around this time. For sure. You don't accidentally walk into a 43-16 record, which the Spurs have, third best record in the NBA, by not having moments where you can get hot. They're getting hot right now from the perimeter. Let's see how the Knicks respond. Fox knocks down a 3. Vassell's knocked down 2 threes now. That's 3 made threes in this quarter. It's 9 points from the three-point line. One of the things we didn't do is we didn't go over the team stats. Let's do that now. Well, we're at the timeout, although we should be coming back any minute now. Let's look at it real quick before we come back. The three-point shooting is 8 for 25 and 9 for 24. So even in that regard, the Knicks are winning the possession battle by 7, 19-49 for 20 versus 26-56. Knicks are playing better offense, but also just really good defense holding them down. Turnover game, 11 to 10, so about even. Rebounds, Knicks winning by 7. Free throws, 9 attempts to 9 attempts. The Knicks are 5 for 9 from the free throw line, by the way, so they actually should have a larger lead. But, yeah. One of the things I wanted to look up too is we'll go through it during the next timeout break, but I want to pull up the NBA defensive ratings, see where the Knicks stand right now. I don't know. The last time we checked, they were 9th. Maybe they've jumped up. Maybe they have fallen down. So we'll pull that up and go over it during the next timeout. But here we go. The Spurs bringing it down. Knicks with a 12-point lead. They get over to Vassell, pump fakes, tries to lob it down low. Bridges knocks it out of the air and comes up with the steal. Towns, quick outlet to Hart. Hart spins over to Brunson. Brunson coming to his left off the Hart screen. Kicks it over to Hart, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right, sidestep, pump fakes over to Josh Hart. Josh Hart has it up top, directing traffic. Kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson right corner. Good closeout from Vassell. Brunson, jab step, drives to his right in the lane, gets caught in the air, kicks out to Bridges. Another 3 from Mikal, knock me down. Oh, Mikal Bridges is hooping today. We are getting the best version of Mikal Bridges here tonight. This is exactly what we wanted to see. And on the other end, who fired that 3? I don't even know, but they missed it badly. Brunson hit ahead past the Bridges. Bridges on the left wing, hands it off to Brunson, coming to his left. Brunson in the left corner now, pulling it back out as Wembanyama switched on to him. Brunson said, let me cook. Brunson one-on-one, pull up 3, knock me down. In and out, halfway down, but he can't get it to stay. Woo, man, I would have went crazy. Here comes Castle pushing the other way, kicks it out to Wemby in the right corner, tried to chase Wemby off the line, and they call a foul on, I think that was Bridges. Yeah, Bridges. And it's going to be 3 free throws for Victor Wembanyama, and then Jeremy Sohan messing with Wemby on the baseline there, and Sohan. And then Wemby slaps his hand back. Home run hitter said, very bad call. There was no foul. There was absolutely a foul, brother. It was absolutely a foul. Mikal had his arms all over him. He tried to close out on Wemby. Wemby felt the contact. He then put up the 3. It's a foul on Bridges. Absolutely a foul on Bridges. Wemby had the foul line for 3 free throws. 6 minutes to go. We're halfway through the third here. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. He's got 2 more coming. Jay said, for Cat's price tag, he should average 25. Points is not... does not tell you how good a player is impacting the game. There's multiple avenues. Karl Anthony Towns has been more than worthy of his price tag. Crane into the weak call? I disagree. That's a foul. It's a foul. He's got his hands in the cookie jar. He close out. He's got his hands out. Wemby, he's touching Wemby as Wemby rises up to shoot the 3 off the first pump fake. It's a foul. It's a foul. Diawara comes in here. Who's he coming for? Ooh, he comes in for Josh Hart. I know he comes in for Anunoby. Landry Shaman comes in for Josh Hart. Okay, look. Halfway through the quarter here. Got substitutions. Wembanyama misses the free throw. He missed 2 free throws. But then Steph Castle. Oh, no, he missed 1 free throw. Steph Castle on the last one comes flying in. So it ends up being a 4-point play for the Spurs there. Great. So it is back to an 11-point game. Diawara has it up top, being guarded by Keldon Johnson. 5:40 to go. Anunoby hands it off. Diawara hands it off to Brunson. Brunson leaning down in. Pump fake, steps through. Scoop layup. Can't get it to go. Robinson with the putback. Got it to go. And the foul, Big Mitch. Yes, sir. Mitchell Robinson. Yes, sir. Are they not going to count it? Give me the points. Put the points up on the board. So I got to put the points up on the board. Brunson threw up the layup. Looked like Wemby got a piece of it. And Robinson got the putback. Should be an and 1. They're not going to count the basket? They are going to count the basket. I was about to lose my mind. You absolutely count that basket. He didn't hang on the rim or anything. You just guided into the rim on the foul. My goodness, these refs. They're trying to take the game away from the Knicks. Robinson knocked down your free throw too. Comes up well short. Harper comes flying in for the rebound. And it is a 13-point lead for the Knicks. Here comes Dylan Harper. They get over to Castle. Castle up top being guarded by Shamit. Castle pulls it out. Coming to his left off the Wembanyama screen. Cross-court pass to Harper. They close out to Harper and leave Vassell wide open. He can't get it to go, though. Battle for the rebound. Robinson does a good job knocking away from, I think that was Castle or Johnson. Either way, the Knicks able to snag the rebound. Bridges bringing it down the other way. Has it on the left wing. Bridges coming to his right off the screen from Robinson. Good screen. They swing it out. Diawara lines up a three. Line me up. In and out, and it stays out, but Robinson gets fouled by Wemby. Yes, sir. Can't keep Big Mitchie off the glass. I'm loving it. Mo Diawara's three rattled in and out. It was halfway down. Keep firing them threes up, Mo. Keep firing them threes up. Brian Jacobs says Spurs will come back. Brunson can't go right. Sure, brother, sure. 71-58. Knicks get the ball back. They get it into Robinson, hands it off to Brunson. Brunson up top. Coming to his right hand. Off the Robinson screen, driving it down in the lane. Step back, pump fake. Gets it over to Shamet, relocating. Shamet steps back for a three over Harper. Way off, can't get it to go. Had to heave it up with the shot clock winding down. Didn't love that shot at all from Shamet. He had to get it up there, though. Castle driving it down against Brunson. Draws the foul. Can't get the floater to go, but he'll go to the foul line for two. 4:39 to go. Sean Collins said, JB goes where he wants. That's a great way of putting it. If he wants to go that way, he'll go that way. Rose Pierce said SGA had 12 free throws last game. I mean, the merchant of the foul line is back. He's back. Kay Hayes, he said, Brunson is right-handed. That's probably not in the scouting report, though. Basketball Jones said, hold strong, New York, don't budge. They're doing a good job. Castle misses a free throw. Castle's having a night. We want to talk about Josh Hart having a nightmare of a game. Steph Castle, 7 points, 2 for 8 from the field, 3 boards, 4 assists. Nightmare of a game for Steph Castle, who also has the 3 fouls. Charles Austin said, low-scoring game favors the Knicks. Does it? I don't know if it favors anybody in particular here tonight. Castle misses both free throws, but the Knicks can't snag another free throw rebound. And the Spurs have it. Harper has it up top. Brunson switches onto him. Harper's going to look to attack. Crosses over to his right, leaning in. Pump fake, steps through. Layup against Brunson. Got it to go. Beautiful job by Dylan Harper, just going right through his chest, and a timeout from the Knicks. It's back to 11. Good timeout. Good timeout. Calm things down a little bit here. Chi said, Wemby acting tough out there. Wemby's hooping. 19 and 10 for Victor Wembanyama. He doesn't have an assist, and he does have the 4 turnovers. So the defensive rating for teams. Let's look at it. Pull this over here. Offensive rating. I'm staying in front of defensive rating real quick. Offensive rating, the Knicks have dropped down to 3rd. They've been hovering around 1, usually hovering around 2. They've now dropped down to 3, kind of firmly behind the Nuggets and the Celtics, who are jostling back and forth between 1 and 2. Thunder are 4, by the way. Defensive rating, where are the Knicks at? In terms of net rating, the Knicks are, 5th? They're 5th. They're 5th in the NBA. They're, by the numbers, the 5th best team in the NBA. By a wide margin, too. The 6th best team is 1.7 markers behind in the net rating marking. Defensive rating, where are the Knicks? They're still 9. They're still at 9. And they're jostling back and forth with the Suns, but the Suns just lost Dylan Brooks, so they'll probably be solidly at 9th here, battling the Celtics for 8. Cool. Gigi said, I need 6 more points from Wemby. Probably get it. Charles Johnson said, keep Spurs under 100 and we're good. I mean, this is a back and forth game. I don't think I would say we're good. I think it is good to keep your team under 100 points for sure. But if the Spurs also keep the Knicks under 100, which I believe they're on pace to do, that is also not very good, right? Oh, not NBA.com. I'm going to go to ESPN and check the score records here as well while we're here. So first quarter, the Knicks scored 22. Second quarter, they scored 29. And so far here in the third, they have 20. Spurs have 19. Remember, it was a 10-point game at halftime. Scored 29 points in the second. No team has scored 30. The Spurs, by the way, 21, 20, and so far 19, but we still have 4:30 to go. So more than enough time for them to actually put up a 30-point quarter here. Same with the Knicks. So these two teams just kind of jostling back and forth here. NBM said defense is real as long as we win 99-98. Yes. I'll take a 99-98 victory for sure. George Jordan said, I love that double big switch up. Are we going to the double bigs? We still got one big out there. Still got one big out there. All right, here we go. Eric C said, in those Wendy commercials, comedy. Raymond said, if the Knicks keep them under 100, that would be awesome. Playing well. They're on pace to do so. Spurs have not had a very good offensive outing today. All right, here we go. Knicks will bring the ball down. They come out with Bridges, Brunson, Diawara, Robinson, and Shaman, the same lineup. Spurs come out with Wemby, Vassell, Barnes, Johnson, and Harper. Barnes is now in. Brunson almost loses the ball. Robinson picks it up to get over to Brunson. They try to run him off the line. Brunson going along the baseline, pulls it out. Good defense from the Spurs. Brunson has to pull it all the way back out. He's going to quickly drive it to his right, down the lane, kicks it out to Diawara, winds up a three. Mo Diawara, knock me down, baby. I love the confidence from Mo. Keep firing him up there, big dog. Here comes Wemby bringing it down. Wemby has it up top, being guarded by Robinson. Get over to Harper. Harper being guarded by Shaman. Get it over to Vassell, being guarded by Robinson. Over to Harper. Trying to get it to Wemby. They lob it over the top. Diawara comes over on the help, and they call a foul on Mo Diawara immediately. Are they in the bonus? Nobody's in the bonus. 14-point lead for the Knicks, 74-60. Spurs will inbound it from the sideline. 3:45 to go. They get it into Keldon Johnson up top. Johnson gets it over to Wemby. Mid-range jumper off the screen. Comes up short. Can't get the friendly roll. Mo Diawara comes in and snags that rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson lobs it up to Robinson. A bad pass from Brunson, but Robinson catches it. Kicks it over to Brunson. Right corner three in the relocation. Can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball. Rebounds out of bounds off of Bridges. Bridges calling for a challenge. Bridges calling for a challenge. Challenge it, coach. Challenge it, coach. And they don't get it off in time, and the Spurs will bring it down. Harper has it up top. Attacking Brunson quickly. Bump Euro down the lane. Offensive foul on Dylan Harper. Extending that shoulder on the offensive foul. They gave him the Karl-Anthony Towns. They gave him the Karl-Anthony Towns lowered shoulders. Okay. 3:25 to go. Knicks still lead by 14. Kay Hazy said Mitch was not ready. Mitch wasn't ready. It was also a bad pass. He did catch the ball. He did save it from being a terrible turnover. So I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, here we go. Couple of substitutions. Alvarado and Anunoby comes in for Bridges and Diawara. And Alvarado lines up at left wing three. Can't get it to go off the screen. Wembanyama with the rebound, bringing it down. Wemby has it up top, directing traffic. Picks up his handle. Gets it over to Keldon Johnson. Johnson gets it over to Harper, swings through to his left off the Wemby screen, and a foul on Jalen Brunson. Holding on to Harper as he was coming off the screen. Brunson pleading his case to the official. Robert Gooding, what's up, Rob? Three minutes to go. Oh, now they're in the bonus. So that's 2 free throws for Harper. It's a bad foul from Brunson. Really bad foul, putting him at the foul line here. But he misses. No, he mixed it. Hit off the front of the rebound and then bounce on the front, hit off the front of the rim, bounce on the front of the rim a second and third time before ultimately falling through. So he does knock down the free throw. It's 61-74. Harper has one more coming. Brunson comes out for Bridges, comes back in. Dylan Harper knocks down to both free throws. And Alvarado will bring it down against Harper. Alvarado has it up top, gets it over to Shamet. Shamet driving to his right in the lane, goes under the rim, over to Bridges, quick catch and fire to the corner. Mikal Bridges just refuses to miss tonight. Those corner threes, this is why we traded for Mikal Bridges. This is why you traded for Mikal Bridges. Knicks with a 15-point lead, 77-62. He's 5 for 7 from 3 tonight. 5 made threes for Mikal. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Wemby has it up top, being guarded by Robinson. Coming to his left, Shamet hedges out hard, knocks the ball loose. Wemby still has it. Great denial defense from the Knicks to get it out to Barnes by the half-court line. Coming to his left, Robinson switches onto him, driving to his right, heaves up the three, almost banks it in, hangs on the rim, and then Harper can't get the putback, but Keldon Johnson does. awkward rebounding battle because the ball held on the ring for so long. Players and a moving screen on Mitchell Robinson will give the ball back to the Spurs here. Players were jumping and mistiming their jumps because it hung on the rim for so long. Spurs ultimately got the tip in. It's a 13-point lead for the Knicks, 2:15 to go. Now they'll bring it down. Knicks with a 13-point lead. I don't love having Brunson and Towns on the bench right now. But the way Bridges is playing, maybe it'll work with Anunoby. They get it into Wemby. Wemby down the lane. Easy scoop layup for Victor Wembanyama. 2 minutes to go. Alvarado bringing it down. It's down to 11 again. And Alvarado over to Robinson. Robinson has it up top. Being guarded by Wembanyama. And an off-ball foul on Keldon Johnson. All right, Brian Jacobs, you got to cool it off, brother. You got to cool off a little bit, big dog. Don't need to be disrespectful in the chat. All right, big dog, you got to cool off. Cool off for 1 second, brother. Just 1 second. Stop being weird in the chat. Alvarado in the lane, loses the handle to kick it out to Robinson, picks it up, and then throws the ball away. And Alvarado's hurt. He's holding his right knee. But he's up. He's going to jog back. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see at all. Hopefully just bang knees and it's just a, bruise or something. Oh, that's a tough slip and fall. It's a tough slip and fall, but he's back on his feet. He's moving well. Get it out to Wemby. Hits the pump fake down the lane. And he throws down a poster over Anunoby. And it's a 9-point lead for the Knicks here, 77-68, but the Spurs are building momentum. Anunoby stops, turns, spins, kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges up top being guarded by Fox. Again, I don't love the no Brunson, no Towns lineup. You got no go-to offensive hub here. Bridges fires a right corner three, can't get it to go. You're going to be chasing contested shots. Carl Towns is at the scores table, but we got a minute to go in this quarter. You went way too long without either of your star guys out there. I don't like it. Harper down the lane, can't get the floater to go. Alvarado picks up the rebound, but a loose ball foul and Shamet keeping Keldon Johnson off the glass. Don't love the lineup rotation here for Mike Brown in this quarter. Giving the Spurs too much life, too much confidence, too much of an opportunity to get back into the game. Jonathan, Spurs on a run. They are on a run, brother. They are on a run. So now they're in the bonus. Now Keldon Johnson at the foul line. He knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. They can cut it to 7. They can cut it to 7. DCL loves it. Offensive rebounds killing us. Yep. Keldon Johnson does miss the second free throw. Towns with the rebound. And now we're going to bring it down for the final 40 seconds here. Alvarado has it up top. Coming to his right off the town screen, over to Bridges. He's going to take the lane. Fall away mid-range jumper for Bridges. Got it to go. There you go, Mikal. The go-to shot from Mikal Bridges. He got it to go down. Lead back up to 10. Both teams have gone back and forth here. It was a 10-point lead at halftime. They kick it out to Wemby. Wemby, the wide open straightaway three. Comes up short, long rebound. Towns picks it up. Bodies hitting the floor all over the place. Bridges and Keldon Johnson end up on the ground. And Shaman will walk it down. He has it up top. Gets it over to Alvarado. Alvarado being guarded by Fox. Standing around for the Knicks. They want to wind down the time as much as possible. 15 seconds to go. Alvarado up top. Dancing with it. Being guarded by Barnes. Alvarado. Coming to his right. Mid-range fall-away jumper. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound. Knocked loose. Picked up by Alvarado. Draws the foul on Wemby. Great effort from Karl-Anthony Towns, who knocked the ball loose away from what should have been an easy rebound for Wembanyama. Ball got knocked loose. Alvarado was right there to pick it up. Draws the foul on Wemby. Wrong place, wrong time for Wembanyama. Falls into Alvarado. And it's going to be 2 free throws for Jose Alvarado at the end of the quarter here. Can give them a 12-point lead. It was a 10-point lead at halftime. So the Knicks will probably walk into... Well, there's 4.6 seconds to go. So, and as Alvarado misses a free throw. We can't be missing free throws, guys. We can't. You can't. The Knicks have missed 5 free throws so far here tonight. 5 big old ones. 5. So Alvarado has 1 more free throw cut. No, 6. They're 5 for 11 from the foul line. They missed 6 free throws today. 6 big old ones. Alvarado knocks down the second free throw at least, giving them an 11-point lead. And then the Spurs throw it away. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How did time tick off the clock? How did that happen? It should still be 4.6 seconds on the clock. They say 2.7. How did time tick off the clock? How did that happen? Put time on the clock. Put my time on the clock. Alvarado knocked it down, and then nobody touched it. There you go. They put 4.6. I was about to say, I was about to freak out. Here we go. So the Knicks up by 11. See if they can sneak in another score here at the end of the quarter. Get it in the Bridges off the inbounds. Wide open left corner three, knock me down. Hit the side of the backboard. And that will be the end of the quarter. 3/4 court heat from Wemby hits the shot clock and not even close. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. 12 more minutes of basketball. 11-point lead for the Knicks. May the best team win. May the best team win. My goodness. My goodness. Kay Hazy said, Wemby tried to heave the ball to outer space. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. Creighton said, oof, hits the backboard. MBM said, lost no ground. Lost no ground. It was a 10-point lead at halftime. The Knicks maintained in that quarter, take 11-point lead in the fourth quarter. So, again, they were back and forth. Knicks, won the quarter by 1 point, which is valuable. You won the quarter. It's valuable. 80-69, 11-point game. May the best team win. May the best team win. I will tell you guys, we're streaming 2 other games today, right? So we're going to stay live after this game and cover the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Denver Nuggets. But I will tell you, I was nervous because I prefer to end our NBA coverages with the Knicks so that the Knicks can't bother my mood for the remainder of the calls going into the night. If the Knicks can pull out the victory, I'm going to be ecstatic for the rest of the night because we are covering 2 more games after this one. We are covering the next one right after this, Minnesota taking on the Denver Nuggets in Denver. And then we will also be covering the late night game where the 76ers are taking on the Celtics. So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good night of basketball, good day of basketball, another 3-headed slate. I'm loving it. We're going to try and cover as much basketball this season as possible. And it starts with our New York Knicks, hopefully picking up a nice solid victory over the Spurs. No comebacks. Remember, the Knicks had a 16-point lead on New Year's Eve against the San Antonio Spurs before ultimately giving up the lead and allowing the Spurs to pull off that victory. Now, it did accompany Julian Champagnie going absolutely off with 11 made threes. Went crazy. The Knicks could not guard him. They had a terrible game plan. Nobody was waking up to chase Champagnie off the line. He was knocking down threes all game long and then went off in that fourth quarter run, knocked down like 4 or 5 threes in that fourth quarter. There's that. It does not seem like that will be the case today, although they could win in other ways. Wembanyama with 23 and 12. He's hooping. Vassell is 5 for 11. He got off a little bit in that third quarter. Maybe he can get hot. Fox has been quiet all night, 7, 3, and 5 for him. Castle's been quiet with 7, 3, and 4. Barnes has been non-existent. Champagnie, I think, has only hit 1 3. As a matter of fact, we can look at the box scores again. Yeah, so Barnes with 3, Johnson with 3, Luke Cornett with only 2. He's played 9 minutes today. He was not very good. Dylan Harper with 8 points. He's the leading scorer off the bench, funnily enough. Raymond said, no problem, Trevi. They can do it. This is a revenge for that game. It should be. MBM said, Knicks 14-2 run when leading. 14-2 when leading at the half. Yeah, I mean, they have 2 losses, so, records like that don't ever really mean anything to me. It is a good sign that they do a good job of holding on to leads going into for the remainder of the games, right? So that's a good sign. Chaotic Styles. What's up, Chaotic? Knicks keep turnovers down and clean the boards. They got a chance to come out of the West with it. The East, you mean? All right, here we go. Start of the fourth quarter. Spurs bringing it down. Castle has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. They come out with Anunoby, Diawara, Towns, Bridges, and Alvarado. Fox up top to get over to Wemby. Wemby swings through to his left, being guarded by Towns. Draws the foul. Karl-Anthony Towns. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. All right, Brian Jacobs just being disrespectful in the chat today, brother. Go take a breather or something, big dog. Everybody's in here having fun, and you're just trying to be a weirdo. Don't be a weirdo, brother. Programmer 24, appreciate you, Programmer 24. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Four fouls on Brunson, 4 fouls on Towns now. 11:48 to go. Wemby at the foul line for 2 free throws. He knocks the first one down. He's got another one coming. Wemby knocks down both free throws. It's a 9-point game. 9-point game. 80-71. Diawara directing traffic. I love it. Diawara coming to his left. They call an off-ball foul in the Spurs. Spurs are upset. They can't believe it. Miles Scherzer, I hope Knicks don't run into foul trouble. They might. They might. Who is that foul on? I think it's on Wemby. It's his second foul. Towns with 4, Brunson with 4. They get it into Diawara. Hands it off to Alvarado. Get it back to Diawara. Diawara on the right wing. He's going to line up the 3. Mo, knock me down, Mo. Knock me down. I told you. I dare you. I double dare you, Wemby, to leave my guy Mo wide open. Towns, Wemby pump fake, step back 3, well short. Bridges with the rebound, but he can't hold on to it right through his fingertips. You go over to Vassell. Wemby has it on the right wing. Half spin against Diawara. Pump fakes, mid-range, inside pass to Castle for the layup. What a pass from Wembanyama at the last second there. Good defense from Mo initially, but great pass from Diawara and great cut from Castle. It's a 10-point game. Alvarado has it up top. Ball knocked out of his hands by Castle. It'll stay here with the Knicks. 11 minutes to go. Crandon said, let's go Wolves. Up next, chance to drop the Nuggets down a spot. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. These games down the stretch here, man, they start taking on a little bit more meaning with seeding coming into play. Champagny is back in. Knicks got to watch out for Julian Champagny. Got to chase him off the line like they've done all night. Done a really good job of doing that. They get it in the Bridges, over to Alvarado, over to Diawara. He has it up top. He turns, fires the straightaway 3. Can't get that one to go. Good boxing out, but Towns snags the offensive rebound anyway, and then gets fouled and dropped to the floor by Fox. And more free throws for Big Cat. Karl-Anthony Towns has been phenomenal on the glass tonight. Phenomenal on the glass. How many rebounds does he have? Karl-Anthony Towns with, I don't know, because he's about to get subbed out. No, he's not. I missed him. He's got 9 points and 10 rebounds. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws here. Come on, Big Cat, knock down your free throws. Knock down your free throws. The Knicks have missed 6 free throws today. Karl-Anthony Towns is a knockdown free throw shooter. It's one of those nights. One of those nights that's going to come back to haunt the Knicks. Please, basketball gods, just let our Knicks make free throws. It's one of those nights they can't knock down free throws. Even our good free throw shooters are missing free throws. My goodness. My goodness. Knock down this next one, please. Poor favor. Poor favor. Karl-Anthony Towns does at least knock down the second free throw. Here we go. Castle and the Spurs will bring it down. Castle has it up top, being guarded by Anunoby. Coming to his right off the Champagny screen. Cross-court pass. Vassell, wide open left corner 3. Great play from the Spurs. Vassell can't get the 3 to go. He does pick up the loose ball rebound. It goes right to him. And he knocks down the mid-range jumper. Good job from Vassell to go after his missed 3 and knock down the mid-range shots. Back to 9. They get over to Diawara, attacking Wembanyama. Pulls it out, hands it off the Bridges. Left wing 3. Hesitates, gets it out to Diawara, hands it off the Bridges. Coming to his right off the handoff. He's got space, kicks it out. Mo Diawara, another spot up 3, line me up. In and out, can't get it to stay. Keep firing him up, Mo. Keep firing him up. But Wemby loses the rebound to kick it out to Anunoby. A left wing 3 for OG. Can't get it to go. Bridges, another offensive rebound. Pull it out. Pull it out. Run some offense. And an off-ball foul on Vassell trying to shove Karl-Anthony Towns out of the paint. I love it. Teams have been way too physical with Karl-Anthony Towns, and he has not been rewarded with any of these fouls with players just pushing him off his spot with 2 hands. That's another foul in the Spurs. It's side out of bounds for the Knicks. They do get a fresh 14 on the clock here. Blocks deal freeze with the freeze. I hope the Knicks lose. I'm a Knicks fan, but I see where you're coming from. Diawara has it up top. Directing traffic. Look at Mo Diawara, man. He's too good. He's directing traffic. You go over here, you go over there. Hands it off to Alvarado. Alvarado now directing traffic. Coming to his right off the town screen, driving it down in the lane, kicks out to Diawara. Pass fake, he's got to line up the left corner three with the shot clock went down, he knocked it down. Mo Diawara knocks it down. Oh my, it could bring a tear to my eye. They call it a long two. Harper pushing it the other way, they kick it out to Champagny. Champagny being guarded by Towns, they get over to Vassell. Vassell over to Castle. Cornet is in the game for Wembanyama. Castle crossing over down the lane to his left, goes up, gets blocked by Mo. Oh my goodness, this kid is real. Here comes Mo Diawara bringing it down. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges back up top to Towns. Oh my goodness, Mo Diawara. I'm going to lose my mind to get it over to Mo. Mo lines up a three. Mo lines up a three. Can't get it to go in and out. Keep shooting, Mo. Keep shooting. They get it over to Vassell. Vassell bringing it down. Crosses over to his right against Towns in the lane. Gets caught in the air. And a foul on Cornet. A foul on Cornet. Who drew it? OG Anunoby draws the offensive foul on Cornet, just running him over. Woo. Block said, I thought you were a Pistons fan? No, brother. Why would you think I was a Pistons fan? Oh, my goodness. I can't believe they called it a long two. I can't believe they called it a long two. But here we go. And then he comes up with a block on Castle. Oh, my, this kid Mo Diawara, man. He's real. He's real. Could bring a tear to my eye, the 51st pick. He's got 11 today, 4 for 10 from the field. Keep shooting, Mo. Keep shooting. Jeremy Sohan could never. I had to put it out there. I don't want no Sohan sling. I just had to say. Alvarado down the lane, kicks it up top. OG Anunoby, a wide open three. Line me up, OG. And a timeout for the San Antonio Spurs. I was about to say, they better call a timeout soon. They call it now. And it's a 14-point lead for the Knicks. They're moving and grooving. John Musgrove thought the same thing, says Spurs need a timeout. There it is. Chaotic Style said more Mo, and then more Mo, and then even more Mo. He's got 11 tonight. 11 points, 4 boards, some really solid defense, some really intuitive passing. Again, I don't mean to gas up every single thing the kid does. You know, it's like he sneezes, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Mo Diawara with the sneeze of the century. But just the eye test. If you guys aren't watching the game and you're just listening to the call, part of it is just the confidence for a 20-year-old kid to just come in and do what he's doing against a high-level defensive team in the San Antonio Spurs is special. You don't see this from, let alone rookie players. Like, you only see rookie players do this who are like the top of the top rookie players. You don't see rookie role players like Mo Diawara right now doing what he's doing. This is special stuff from Mo. This is special stuff. And again, he's 4 for 11 from the field for 11 points. It's not very good efficiency, obviously, right? But the shots that he's shooting are literally, I have to extenuate this point. They're in and out. They're rattling it. They're right on line, just slightly off. You just got to keep firing them away, Mo. Kyle Gavigan, what's up, Kyle? Thought you were right about Diawara. I was unfamiliar with his game. And again, if we look at the box score, nothing's going to stand out. They're going to be like, oh, 11 points from Diawara. That was nice. 4 rebounds as well. Yeah, he chipped in. He was fun. The things he does, like he's bringing the ball down and directing traffic. Like it's so intuitive for him. He's not just out there filling a role. Like he is providing something that the Knicks would otherwise not have. You know, like when you put in, shout out Kevin McCullough. I like Kevin McCullough. I don't love Kevin McCullough. Shout out Kevin McCullough. He's had moments this season. When they put in Kevin McCullough is just kind of fitting in, right? He's just trying to get in where he can. Shout out Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek, a little bit like Mo Diawara. He gives them something that they don't otherwise have in terms of like a pass-first point guard who's really looking to set everybody up more so than looking to score. Part of his issue is that he needs to look to score a little bit more in 2026 modern-day basketball. But Mo Diawara gives the Knicks something that they don't have in a 6'9" wing, right? Very few teams have this in a 6'9" wing. It's one of the most coveted things NBA teams are searching for. And the Knicks may have found that in the 51st pick. It's insane. It is insane, man. Owen Austin said, as a Knicks fan, I would cheer for the cheer of the fans of the Knicks and have the best defensive plays every single team. George Jordan said, it's just the timing. That's a great way of putting it, George. It's a great way of putting it. His time, it kind of comes a little naturally to him. Obviously, he's putting in a ton of work. He's watching film. He's working with assistant coaches, all of the things. But the timing of his cuts or his movement, the extra passing, just as a connective passer. Again, he's got no assists today, as he just got subbed out for Josh Hart. Josh Hart, don't make coach regret that decision. Knicks with a 14-point lead. Raymond said Mo got height, he can shoot. Yeah, it's special stuff. It's special stuff in the making. All right, here we go. Harper has it up top, being guarded by Alvarado. They get it over to Castle. Castle up top, being guarded by Hart. Josh Hart poking at the ball, almost knocks it loose. Now Castle up top, driving to his left, stops, leans in, kicks it out to Vassell, ran off the line by Bridges. Great defense from Bridges. Hops down the lane for Vassell, but a foul on Josh Hart. Vassell hits the floor. So he's going back to the foul line for 2 free throws here. John Mosgrove's idea, Warriors' defense is real also. Yeah, defense is really, really good. And it's gotten better as the season gone on. Earlier in the season, Batman, what's up, Batman? Earlier in the season, Mo Diawara was a little bit of, I don't want to say a full step slow, but he was like half a step slow. It was, you knew he knew where he needed to be, but he was just half a step slow in terms of being there. And so you could tell, as Vassell knocks down the first free throw, that with more experience, more playing time, he'd get it and he'd be able to be there. Now you're seeing it. You're seeing it happen in real time. He came up with a nice big block on Castle earlier before getting subbed out. Mango Badger, what's up, Mango Badger? Hart can't score 11. He's got 5 points and on 2 for 11 from the floor. Vassell misses the second free throw. Towns with the rebound. Finally, the Spurs miss a free throw. Here comes Jose Alvarado. He has it up top, being guarded by Harper. Crosses over to his left. They swing it out to Bridges. Extra pass to Shamet. Left corner 3 for Shamet. Can't get it to go. It was a decent open look for Shamet. Here comes Champagny bringing it down the other way. Hands it off to Vassell, being guarded by Bridges. And a foul by Bridges. And Bridges can't believe it. Bridges can't believe the foul. They're going to put him in the bonus early here. There's 8 minutes to go. I think that's the 4th team foul already. So I believe the next foul will put him in the bonus and put him at the line. 13-point lead for the Knicks, and the Spurs have it up top. Harper coming to his right. They get it over to Cornette. Cornette hands it off to Keldon Johnson, driving to his right against Bridges, trying to bully his way down, loses the handle on the ball, out of bounds, is going back to the Knicks. There you go. Great defense from the Knicks yet again. Kenta, what's up, Kenta? This is how the Knicks going to look like playoff time. Our team is loaded. I hope so, Ken. I hope so. This is a great primer for what they could look like come playoff time. Alvarado has it up top. They get it over to Josh Hart. Palms up in the air is never a good sign, as the Knicks players are a little confused as to what kind of offense they want to run right now. Seamus steps back, kicks out to Josh Hart. Line me up from 3, Josh. Line me up from 3. There you go, Josh. Way to come in when we need you most, big dog. He knocks down a 3. He knocked it down. Towns comes up with a steal, battling for the loose ball. Dives for it. Knocks it out to Shamet. Shamet has it up top. What effort from the Knicks right now. They get another possession. They lob it down low to Towns, who draws the foul. Champagny, who can't match up with him in the post. And the Knicks are dominating right now in this 4th quarter. They're up by 16. Expect Victor Wembanyama back into this game any second. 7:30 to go. Brunson gets up off the bench. He's going to the scorer's table. Alvarado subs out. An ovation for Jose Alvarado. So Brunson will inbound it. The Knicks get the ball back. They're up by 16. Get it into Josh Hart. Josh Hart gets it over to Bridges. Oh, the Spurs are resorting to a zone here. Wemby is back in. He's at the top of the zone, though. No, they're not in a zone. They're still in man. A little bit of a zone man because they're not guarding Josh. Towns across the baseline. Kicks it down low to Josh Hart. Ball knocked loose. He's got to get it up there. And it's a shot clock violation. Towns, that was a missed pass from Towns. He did pass the ball over to Hart, cutting down the middle of the lane, but if he just waited another 0.1 second, he would have had a wide open corner 3 for Shamet there. Either way, it's a turnover. 16-point lead for the Knicks. They get it over to Dylan Harper. Harper tries to get it over to Wemby. A bad pass from Harper. Bridges easily picks it off. He's going to go the other way for the two-handed slam. Mikal Bridges has been phenomenal tonight. Not good, not great, phenomenal, and he forces yet another timeout for the San Antonio Spurs. What a defensive read for Mikal Bridges. You saw it coming the whole way. They've been running that play for Victor Wembanyama coming off the screen on the block coming up to the foul line, the catching in the high post there. They've run that multiple times tonight. Mikal Bridges in the fourth quarter said, all right, now's the time to jump it. Now's the time to jump it. He jumps the passing lane there. He's probably read that play all night. If you listen to basketball players, especially basketball players who are kleptomaniacs, who come up with steals all the time, they talk all the time about sometimes early in the game you see something and you're like, oh, I could jump that and get the steal. But they save that possession. They save that play because they know, well, come fourth quarter time, that's when I'm going to jump that. I'm going to make them think that that play is available for them. That simple pass is available for them all night. And then when the moment strikes and we need a big stop, that's when I'm going to jump the passing lane and get it. I don't know if that's the case in that steal, obviously, but it definitely felt like it because that is a play that the Spurs have gone to all night long. Wemby coming off a screen from the block just to free him up from the big, just to give him enough space to catch the ball in the high post in his spot, rather than him having to battle for post positioning, right? The play most teams run all the time, but if the guard is setting the screen down low, he's probably not going to look to be open under the basket. It's more so a play to get Wembanyama open in that scenario. Mikal Bridges is like, yep, that's going to be there, that's going to be there. And the second he threw it in the air, jumped the passing lane, got the steal easily, went down the other way for the two-handed slam. What a play. What a play. What a play. Mikal Bridges now up to 25 points. He's our leading scorer. He's been phenomenal. Jalen Brunson, I don't think scored in that third quarter. No, he did. He had 16 points at halftime. He knocked down a 3, and that was it. But not even reliant on Brunson, not even reliant on Towns for 10. Bridges with 25. Mo Diawara with 11. Josh Hart now with 8, even though he's 3 for 12 from the floor. 5 boards, 7 assists for Josh. 2 for Shamet, 1 for 5 from the field. Calvin Starr Jr., what's up, Calvin? Castle selling. I mean, if you have paid attention to both games that the Spurs have played the Knicks today, not today, geez Louise. Both games that the Spurs have played the Knicks this season, Castle's kind of struggled in this matchup. Rafael Torres, we're going to beat them by 15. We got 7 minutes to go. They have an 18-point lead. I sure hope so. I sure hope they beat them by double figures. Peace to all. What's up, Peace? David Osh Jr. said, we are really good when Mikal and OG play like this. Yeah. Absolutely. It's got to be led by your defense, right? Say it all the time. It's got to be led by the defense. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? Why are the Knicks so inconsistent? How can we rock them now but not be able to beat the Pistons? Matchups. A lot of it is matchups. I don't think the Knicks have a very good matchup against the Pistons. I also don't think they've played very well against the Pistons. But, regular season, a lot of it has to come down to, I don't think they have a very good matchup against the Pistons overall. As you could see last year. Last year, the Pistons weren't as good as they are this year, and they still took the Knicks to 6 games in what was a very close playoff round. Dom Anthony, what's up, Dom Anthony? This team today was championship poised. Yeah, this is the team that a lot of people have thought that they could be. Spurs are on an 11-game winning streak. They were 11-0 in February. Now they're going to start March with a loss if the Knicks can hold on here. Castle gets it over to Fox. Fox driving to his left, leans in, fall away mid-range shot for Fox. Can't get it to go. Town snags the rebound and saves it out to Shamet. Almost turned it over, but Shamet able to snag it. Shamet over to Josh Hart, going under the rim, snagging it back out with the Nash dribble, shovels it out to Brunson. Brunson up top, coming to his left, off the screen. Brunson, pull-up 3 for JB. And 3 free throws for Jalen Brunson. Foul on De'Aaron Fox. Woo, that's a tough foul. Brunson can put the Knicks up by 20 here. They're up by 18. Brunson to the foul line for 3 free throws. Robert Gooding said, let's see during the playoffs. I don't think Detroit will be making so much noise. I think the Pistons are in the same tier to me as the Knicks, as Brunson knocks down the first free throw. He's got 2 more coming. I think the Pistons are in the same tier as the Knicks to me in terms of being a dark horse championship contending team. But I don't think the Knicks are a good matchup for the Pistons. I don't think the Pistons are a good matchup for the Cavs. I don't think the Pistons are a good matchup for the Celtics. I think it just comes down to matchups. I don't think the Cavs are a good matchup for the Knicks, which is why I think playoff seeding is going to come down to be incredibly important down the line here in the East specifically. Also the West, but also the East. That's a 21, 20, 28. And what is the fourth quarter going to be? Who knows? But the Knicks are hooping on them right now. My goodness. Brunson knocks down the first two, knocks down all three. Thank you, Jalen Brunson. 21-point lead for our New York Knicks, dominating the game here tonight. And the Spurs will bring it down. Fox has it up top. 13-1 Knicks run to kick it out to Vassell. Vassell doesn't want to take the three. He takes the lane. Reverse layup, got it to go. And Towns shaking off the left hand. Hopefully that's all right. Maybe just a jammed finger or so. Still holding on to it. Brunson has it up top, being guarded by Castle. Brunson spins to his right, gets the ball knocked out of his hands by Castle. Home run pass to Castle, 1-on-1 against Bridges. Bullies his way to the rim, gets the layup to go for Castle. He's an excellent finisher in the lane like that. 80-97, back down to 17, just like that. 6 minutes to go. Brunson will bring it down. Some full court pressure here from the Spurs. Knicks got to continue to put the pressure on him. Josh Hart has it up top. Hands it off to Brunson. Brunson coming to his right off the Josh Hart screen, snaking it back to his left hand. Now attacking in the lane, stops, turns, half spin, under the rim, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart, the straightaway three, line me up another one. Comes up well short. Towns the offensive rebound, gets the layup to go. Stop putting a small on Karl-Anthony Towns. Stop doing it. Towns dominating the boards here tonight. Fox in the lane to kick it out to Vassell. They do a good job of running him off the line. They're daring Castle to shoot it. He can't get it to go. Castle with a fall-away mid-range shot. He got it to go in the paint. Banks it in. A little bit of a lucky shot. Josh Hart upset. He wanted the foul call. He wanted the offensive foul call and a push-off from Castle. He doesn't get it. But now Brunson bringing it down the other way. It's still a 17-point game, 99-82. They get over to Towns. Towns up top, inside to Josh Hart. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Wide open right corner three. OG, line me up. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Josh Hart with the rebound over to Brunson. Brunson driving it down, snaking it back to his right hand. Pulls it out to get it over to Josh. Josh up top. Coming to his left. Hands it off to Bridges. Bridges coming to his right. Down the lane. Foul line, fall away, jumper over Wemby. Well short. Hit the rim. Josh Hart almost stole the rebound. Diving for it. Josh Hart steals the rebound away from Fox. Towns almost turns it over. Anunoby picks up the loose ball. Gets blocked. Oh no, a foul. A foul on Champagne. He's going to send Anunoby to the foul line for two. The Knicks just out-hustling and out-muscling the Spurs now. Josh Hart was in no position to snag that rebound. Just knocked the ball loose from Fox, who wasn't able to pick it up. Too nonchalant trying to snag a loose ball rebound there. Josh Hart diving for it. Able to steal that rebound away from Fox and save it over to the Knicks. And then a helter-skelter play, but it ended up with Anunoby getting fouled by Julian Champagnie. But the Spurs are using a challenge here. Challenging that it was a clean block, in which case I assume it should be a jump ball, but we'll see. Niall Dimitri with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, Niall. He said right on time. Hi, Sheffy. What's up, Niall? Right on time, brother. Right on time to see the Knicks pull off this victory. You got 4:42 to go. And it is a 17-point lead for the Knicks, 99-82. Daily Krause. What's up, Daily Krause? Albert, OG, K. Hazy. Pull him out at 3 minutes. Yeah, I mean, they'll try to go on a little bit of a run here, try to pull off a miracle. I mean, 17-point comeback in 4:42 would be disastrous for the Knicks if they allowed that to happen. I will say they're going to have to get hot from three, and they have not been hot from three tonight. Again, we can go over the team stats a little bit here. We are quickly approaching 3:30 here, so once this stream ends, we will jump right into our Nuggets Timberwolves coverage. Knicks have taken 15 more shot attempts. Successful challenge, clean block, and it's out of bounds off of Anunoby. The Knicks have won the possession battle. 86 attempts to 70 attempts is crazy. Crazy. They've also taken 14 more threes, and they've made so many more threes. Spurs still stuck on 8 for 30 from three-point range. Not a good night. Not a good night shooting the three. I will say, the Knicks' defense in terms of covering the three-point line has been phenomenal tonight. They're doing a great job of running them off the line and making the extra rotations. Donald Moore Music's a book club? Nah, not a book club when we're blowing out the San Antonio Spurs. Maybe if we were blowing out like the Bucks or blowing out the Wizards or a lower-tier team. Not when you're blowing out the third best team in the NBA by record. Great win by the Knicks today. Nick Yak said, this is what coaches see in Hart, intangibles and hustle. Absolutely. Me too, Yak. Me too. I don't want Josh Hart booted out of the rotation entirely. I just want to limit it a little bit. And Mikal Bridges, another steal, jump in the passing lane, leaves it off for Shaman. Shaman, a two-handed slam over Fox. Give me the poster back. Give me a poster. My goodness. They lob it down low to Castle, who smokes a layup. Castle's been terrible tonight. Josh Hart bringing it a much better second. We talked about it. Josh Hart was terrible in the first quarter. We said that's probably his worst quarter of the night. It was his worst quarter of the night. He's slowly gotten better as the game's gone on. Brunson spins off of Wemby, step back, steps through, kicks it out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart hands it off to Shamit. Shamit pulls it back out. Coming to his right, down the lane against Wemby. Layup, can't get it to go. Knocked out to Bridges. Bridges has to put it up with the buzzer sounding. Comes up short. Castle with the rebound. Under 4 to go, though. Forgot to restart the timer. Under 4 to go. Fox dancing with it against Bridges, stops, kicks out to Wemby. Wemby will fire up a three. They need threes. Can't get it to go. Castle and Josh Hart battling for it. Josh Hart wins out as he usually does. Kicks it out to Brunson, over to Shamit. Transition three. Put the dagger in them. Put the dagger in them, Landry Shamit. Put the dagger in them. Back up to 22 it goes. And go ahead, sub your guys out. Wave that white flag. And a timeout for the Spurs. Go ahead, wave that white flag, San Antonio. Wave that white flag. And my Aisha, appreciate you, Aisha. Shout out to you, Aisha. Thank you for that with a very generous super chat. Thank you for that. And there goes the dagger from Landry. There it goes. 22-point lead for the Knicks, 104-82. 5-point run for Landry Shamit. 5-point run for Landry Shamit puts the dagger in the Spurs here. Led by Mikal Bridges. 25 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. How many steals for Mikal tonight? How many steals for big Mikal? Darnell Grant, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lance Napier, nice win. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How many steals for our guy? Mikal Bridges has 5 big old takeaways. A steal for Hart, a steal for Towns, a steal for Anunoby, a block for OG Anunoby earlier in the game, blocked the dunk attempt. Mo Diawara with a block earlier on Castle, a steal and a block for Mitchell Robinson, who's got 4 points, 5 boards. I think just all-around good game from everybody. All-around good game from everybody. Even our guy who was miserable in the first half, especially that first quarter, started to turn around in the second half. Shout out Josh Hart. Sticking with it. Sticking with it. I will say significantly less minutes for Josh Hart. Played 17 first half minutes, 11 in the second half. It's almost as if he would be better with limited minutes in matchups like this, right? You could just tell him go crazy. By the way, the Spurs have waved the white flag. They got Kelly Olynyk, Jordan McLaughlin, a 3 for Olynyk. He knocks it down. This one's over. This one's over, but the final score, baby. This is celebrate. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. This one's over, but the final score. Brunson bringing it down. The Knicks still have their starters in there. 3 minutes to go. My timer's been ticking this whole time. Might as well should have been ticking in the game. Brunson, the one-legged fall-away baseline jumper, got it to go. Brunson's going to start padding the stats a little bit. Right, make sure we get to our averages, right, JB? Make sure we get to our averages. He's up to 24. Tatey, wrong place. Tay, what's up, Tay? Daniel Dash, what's up, Daniel Dash? Wolves versus Nuggets is on ABC, by the way. We will get to it. We're going to stick here until we get to the final. I'm watching it on ABC. We're going to stick here till we get to the final buzzer. It is a 106-85. Josh Hart with another rebound. Euro steps down the lane with a layup. Got it to go. There you go. 10 points for Josh Hart. All 5 starters in double figures. And Bridges, he's going to foul to get everybody out of the game. There you go. There you go, baby. Whew. Corvus, appreciate you, Corvus. K. Hazy, just as that. Held them to sub 90. I mean, we still got 2.5 to go. We can get some garbage time buckets here. Sohan's going to come into the game. Drizzo, appreciate you, Drizzo. The Sheffy energy helped. I mean, they gave me reasons to be excited today. They gave me reasons. I mean, if it's 1 o'clock, I should have that energy, right? Should be able to bring the energy at 1 o'clock. Olynyk has it up top. He's being guarded by Sohan. This one's all but over. Who's in the game right now? Let's go back to our old graphic over here. You got Olynyk, you got Lindy Waters, you got Carter Bryant, you got Bismack Biyombo's in there, and Jordan McLaughlin. The Knicks, they have their bench guys. We well-documented bench guys. Diawara's back in, by the way. Everything's all done but the final score. Make sure we get our final score correct before we sign off. We're under 2 to go. But this is a celebratory day. As Mo Diawara fires up another 3. Give my guy Mo Diawara another basket, baby. Mo Diawara, another 3 goes down. Don't never take Mo Diawara to the rotation. Players of the game today. Mikal Bridges, number 1. Number 2. Who do I want to go with number 2? Could be so many guys. So many guys played well today. So many guys. Diawara picks up the loose ball, so that's going to count as another steal. Pull up 3. Pull up 3, Mo. Can't get it to go. Wow, would have went crazy if he had 17 points. He's got 14 tonight. Take Cowboys. Mo D. Mo D. Boss said, shame of the dagger. Yeah. Mikal Bridges is the player of the game to me today. He should get defensive player of the game today. Who else? He's one. Hugporty the putback off the missed layup from McCullough. I got Mikal Bridges 1. That's definite. To me, it was the play of the game. It was phenomenal. We can do this too. We can pull this up so we can take a look at it. So we don't have to guess. Mikal Bridges, 25, 5 for 9 from 3, 5 boards, 2 assists, 5 big old steals from Mikal Bridges. He was phenomenal, especially in the second half here. Who's second? I could say Jalen Brunson. I initially wanted to say Jalen Brunson with 24, 4, and 7 for JB. I could go OG, who played really good defense today. Mo Diawara is our third leading scorer. Who got fouled? Sohan? Sohan to the foul line for 2? There you go, Sohan. Raymond, what's up, Raymond? Prove to the world, Knicks, this is a nice big old victory. Nice big old victory. It's not coincidental we didn't see our guy AP in the chat tonight. Okay, he said, show us those free throws, Sohan. He missed the first one. It did not look good. Did not look good. Let me see it again. Let me see it again. Dude Daily said, told you were going to... I missed the second free throw. He didn't make it, though. Missed to see what the form looked like. Told you he was going under Vegas every time. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the game. 114.89. You can see it right there. I got 25 seconds to go. So we're going to end it here. We're going to jump right into the next game. Shout out my guy, Mikal Bridges. Second player of the game. I'm going to give it to Brunson. Brunson was phenomenal holding up the offense today. But, Anunoby, he was so good defensively, too. Shaman was so underrated defensively. If I had to pick 4 guys, it would be... Mo Diawara was really good, though, too. I don't know. Everybody played well. Everybody played well. Josh Hart struggled to start. Figured it out as the game went on. Knicks figured it out as the game went on. It's just one of those nights, man. One of those nights. One of those nights where everything clicked. My goodness. Just that said, Clarkson won't play again? Probably not. Space Ghost said, thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me, Space Ghost. We will stay live. So this is what's going to happen. Shout out to all of the channel members, whether you became a channel member on your own volition or you were gifted a membership. I appreciate you guys. So we're going to end it here. This is how this is going to work. I'm going to hit end stream, and then I will immediately start the second stream to cover the Nuggets taking on the Timberwolves, who I assume have already tipped off, so we got to go right now. An option will come up if you would like to join us for the next game. We will stay live for the next game, and then we will go live later tonight for the Celtics taking on the Denver Nuggets. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. It was another incredible Knicks victory. Onwards and upwards, getting ready for the playoff run. Appreciate you guys. See you on the next one. Here we go.